عايزك.
and we're live. خش يا اسطى اتاكد لنا. هنعمل جو التستنج تيستينج. ايه ده هو في ايه؟ يا ابوس ايدك ابوس ايدك بليز. the scuff. what do you mean؟ بسام السكاف الموديل قررت انه خلاص انا ما في شيء اسمه انه قررت انه ما في افكت
أبشرك
بالصوت، يعني ما في، انا ما اتكلم. بشيني ايش؟
أبشرك أصلا أبشرك إن أنت الستريم لايف حق ظاهر عندي.
ما عشان انا فترة طويلة فهتخش تسوي سيرش للاسف يعني.
لا ظهر الحين.
ظهر طيب الحمد لله.
قاعد له فترة. لا
لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا لا. انت عارف ايه المشكلة؟ ما there is no lip sync.
ظهر.
My model decided that I do not
إيه.
speak. My voice, my face is stuck like this. I don't know why. It was working just a second ago. But the moment I fix Discord, this happens. It's scuff everywhere. However, I'm not going to fix this because I don't want to listen to this look TikToking anymore. Enough TikToks. So let's go. Let's feel the pain together. Today sure was a long day. A lot of stuff happened and there was a lot of trouble. I had to part ways with someone and try to salvage what was left.
そうだ。さくら、ライダーのマスターだったんだっけ？
She let Shinji take control, but Sakura was Ryder's master all along. Maybe Ryder's in your bar right now watching over
そうだ
Sakura.
な。ライダーとはもう数回会っているし。あいつがさくらを守ってくれるなら、ちゃんと話しておかないと。
True. Her appearance makes her seem unapproachable, but I think she's actually a reasonable person. And since I don't know when Zoken will cut Sakura off, I'll have to rely on Ryder. Oh, in more ways than one, my guy. More ways than one. According to Kotomini, Sakura's health will get worse the more she uses her servant. So we should only count on Ryder as a last resort.
よし。明日になったら、さくらに紹介してもらおう。けど、セイバーにやられたことを根に持ってそうだよな、あいつ。
My shoulders slump in disappointment. Anyway, we'll all be living together now that Sakura's at home. So I should at least introduce myself. I jump to my feet, ready to respond to an attack, and squint at the sliding door. Someone's outside my room. They're standing quietly in the corridor. Nobody answers. The shadow's looking my way. Crap. I don't have anything I can use as a weapon in here. If I'm fighting barehanded, I'd better try to get the drop on them first.
先輩、起きてますか？
Oh, there will be a lot of attacking, right?
なんだ、さくらか。
I relax my tense posture.
風呂なら好きに使っていいぞ。着替えなら藤ネードがあるだろう。
はい。お風呂はもうお借りしました。藤村先生の洋服も借りてます。
What do you mean question marks, dude? It's so obvious what's happening here. Then what else is there to talk about?
先輩、入っていいですか？
You're being bold. Aren't you? Nice though. You should be. Stop being ashamed of what you want, girl. Grab it! Not his dick. What your wishes, that is. I'm not actually doing a euphemism.
いいけど、どうしたんだよ、改まって。
يا اسطى
امم
المانا ترانسفير يا اسطى.
Let's go.
Slide open the door. Sakura comes into the room and something is off about her. In her new clothes, someone gulps. I realize that it was me, and my temperature shoots up. I cover my flabbergasted mouth and look away. It's pointless. I want to stare at Sakura even though I'm looking away. I don't know why, but she's making me feel funny. My brother in God, you are horny. I don't understand how you can be this horny and not understand that you are, in fact, horny. Sakura stands in the doorway. I finally realize that she doesn't only look graceful, but that something is strange about her.
さくら、どうかしたのか？熱はどうだったんだ？やっぱり風邪か？
いえ、熱はありますけど、風邪じゃないんです。私が暑いのは、病気じゃなくて。
She looks down awkwardly. Sakura's been acting like this for the last few days. I thought I had gotten used to seeing this side of Sakura I hadn't known before, to being conscious of her as a girl my age, but this doesn't even begin to compare.
さくら、
ダメなんです。先輩。もう私一人じゃ抑えられない。
Come
Yeah, I want to make a joke, but also I still feel sorry for her. God damn it.
抑えられないって何が？
Oh my god, dude, you're dense.
私の中の。だって先輩と一緒に帰ってる時でも先輩の手が温かいなって思っただけで。
Sakura sways unsteadily. I'm starting to think this is worse than just a fever. It is way better than a fever. But also the reason behind it is bad. Though the reason behind it is much worse. What it is what the reason is.
私どうして先輩。
My thoughts are sluggish. It's clear that something is wrong with Sakura. I know I should take her back to her room right away, but my feet won't move. The silence is tantalizing. This is the first time I've seen somebody get tantalized by silence. You are a weirdo, my god. I love you, but you're a weirdo nonetheless. Sakura drifts closer, like a breeze. Her foot catches the edge of the tatami and...
Oh, بدأ يهلوس.
Did I shout or did she whisper? Sakura weakly collapses. I move my sluggish feet, trying to help her up. But I don't make it in time and she awkwardly falls into me. Oh. There is definitely something wrong with her body. Oh, there is something wrong. There are a lot of things wrong with her body. Poor girl. She's warm, but her arms and legs are cold. It's like her body has a high fever while her limbs are losing blood. This isn't the normal sick fever at all. Maybe someone poisoned her. My brother in actual God. It has been explained to you before. Maybe not this particular effect, but you know what's happening. I look away. Sakura buries her face in my chest. There is a long silence. Sakura's crying quietly.
先輩。先輩はどうしてこんな私をかばってくれるんですか。私はとっくに蝕まれています。先輩が好きでも先輩のためになれない。なのにどうして遠坂先輩姉さんを敵にしてまで私を守ってくれるんですか。
My reason for protecting Sakura? I don't even need to think
違
about it.
う。俺の方がさくらにいてほしかったんだ。俺にはさくらが必要で、離れるなんて考えられなかった。
There are 3 words that describe that exact feeling, my guy. You should be saying that.
だから、いくら遠坂がさくらの姉貴だって、おいそれと譲れるもんか。
それは家族としてですか。それともちゃんと一人の女の子として。
I don't see her as just a family member anymore. I just failed to realize that over the last few days I've always wanted Sakura to be with me. I'm long past pretending otherwise. Mame.
なあ俺さくらが好きだ。
Finally. Took quite a while. And she's also almost close to dying. You're also probably close to dying, but you did it, my guy. I say it clearly. It's stupid. Once I was told that I would lose her, I finally dropped all the pointless act. Sakura trembles. No, it might be me who's trembling. Of course I'm nervous, lying down with Sakura in my arms and telling her how I feel. I hold her a little tighter. It's quiet. I thought I'd be more anxious, but as soon as I say it out loud, I feel much calmer.
さくら
Sakura's shoulders move. Her head trembles against my chest. I told Sakura that I love her, so I'd like to hear her say that she loves me too, though I don't mind if I don't get to hear it. Tomorrow we can spend a peaceful morning together just like we always have. Her tenderness makes me gulp. Her voice is more meek than before. It's a hazy, feverish voice.
おいさくら
Mana transfer imminent. Sakura's on top of me and acting strange. She isn't the only one feverish. She looks pain like she's trying to endure something.
おいしっかりしろ具合悪いのか
Her body's hotter while her limbs get colder. I need to calm down. I can't make her feel better, but Ren, no. Then maybe the church, no. It would be better to go. My brother and God, you do not need Carrie right now.
じっとしてろすぐ楽にしてやるから
Hey, yo, are we going to get nuked? I need to put her to sleep first. You two, please don't murder me. It's not my fault, it's Nasu's fault. She bites her lip in anguish. Oh my boy, it is not anguish. I told her that I love her, but I can't even do anything for her. Oh my god, you will become She mumbles deliriously, dizzy with pain and shame. Well, maybe you shouldn't let her feel shame, idiot. يا اسطى انا حاسس ان المفروض المشهد ده ما يبقاش اونلاين. Breaths get faster. Both Sakura's rag gas and my own.
كذا الحدث هيحصل هينتهي بسرعة.
I'm starting to lose my composure being this close to her. Anyway, I need to get her into a warm
いいか
bed.
さくらちょっと
Sakura tries to run, or rather, her body arcs toward, arcs backward, and she grabs my hand.
悪いさくら
I thought Sakura didn't want me to touch her, but I was wrong. Her body's uncoordinated. She grabs my hand, but she tries to get closer, trembling. Her upper body jerks away from
さ
me.
くらおいさくら
The hand that Sakura grabbed inches closer to her. I can't pull away. I can't so much as let go of her weakly resisting hand. Her voice is bewitching. Oh, it's definitely bewitching, my guy. Ah, that's it. Just a bite. Okay, good. Whatever. Please let it end. Her warm lips seek it out, and she bites it. I go limp in surprise. Why is she doing this? Ouch. She chomps on it. There's a slight pain in my fingertip. Yeah, no shit, Charlotte, she bit you. Sakura's teeth break my skin and my blood seeps out. Blood flows. Sakura's trembling gradually improves. I can feel her terribly cold limbs starting to regain their warmth. She gulps. I watch her throat swallow my oozing blood. Her tongue laps the wound. She makes quiet noises as she sucks my blood. I mean, I don't need to know that. It's a pleasant feeling like my fingers melt. Okay, my guy. I feel the touch of her lips and the periodic caress of her tongue. Moreover, for each drop of blood I lose, I feel a sweet pleasure. I felt this pain somewhere else before. But right now I can't remember when or where. It was when you got bitten in your dream by Medusa. Which is probably wasn't Medusa. Or was it actually by Ren in that dream? I think it was by Ren. All I recall is how unsettlingly good it felt. She's only sucking on my finger, and yet the pleasure seeps from my wrist to my elbow. It's like the arteries leading to my heart and my finger are put into relief. Blood suffused with magical energy travels into Sakura's mouth. I try to look at the facts objectively. Sakura's drinking my blood, enduring her shame, it's calming her body down. Then what's the problem with it? How much blood did I lose? This feeling of lethargy must mean that I've given at least as much as a blood donation. Sakura licks my finger one last time and then her lips quietly release my finger. We look at each other, both saying nothing. She looks in bitter shape now, but her uncertainty is still there. I finally say her name. I push down the mysterious pleasure I felt in my finger and the worry I felt about what was happening.
Senpai.
Suddenly, she lets go of my hand and scrambles away.
さくら。いや、答えられないなら構わないんだ。
そうか。
ごめんなさい。
Her voice is terribly faint. I look at Sakura's face and see that she has her hands on her lap and eyes downcast like she's cowering
知って
from me.
ますよね。先輩。私は魔導の家で魔術師として教育されました。血筋の違う私を魔導の魔術師にするため、おじい様は私の体をいじったんです。その結果がこんな魔力が足りないとおかしくなる体なんです。
Stop calling your body grotesque, girl. It's not your fault. My black rage at Zokin bubbles back up. Good. Screw Zokin. We need to kill that bastard. But more than that, Sakura's pitiful emotional words move me.
魔術師の力が欲しくて、体の虫たちがうつき出すんです。そうなっちゃうと、私はどうしても我慢ができなくなる。虫たちが魔力を食べ尽くして、足りない、もっと欲しいって言ってるんです。
血を飲んだのも、もしかして。
She nods slightly. Sometimes silence is the most damning agreement.
魔術師の血にはよく魔力が溶けます。だから先輩の血を飲みたくなったんです。飲めば魔力が補充できて、体の異常も収まるから。
Her magical energy consumption must be intense now that Ryder has returned to her master. She managed to live a normal, quote-unquote life. life without any problem before now. So it hammers home how heavy the burden is.
どうかしてますよね。先輩が顔を背けたくなるのも当たり前ですよね。先輩と一緒に帰った時からうつき出して、先輩のことしか考えられなくなって、先輩が私を助けてくれるのに、私は先輩から無理やり奪って。
You're gonna make me cry, girl.
先輩、
From maximum horniness to maximum fear.
私おかしいですよね。
Her husky strained voice cuts me deep.
先輩が抱きしめて心配してくれる時だって、私は先輩の血を飲みたがってた。
I mean, I was under the impression you wanted something else instead of your blood and stuff, but that's just me.
先輩は私のことを一人の女の子として好きだって言ってくれたのに、私は私たちがあげるうめき声しか聞けなかった。楽になりたい、早く楽になりたい。だから先輩が血が欲しいって。だから本当は先輩を好きじゃなくて、先輩の血が飲めるから好きになればいいんじゃないかって。だからごめんなさい。こんな血を吸って楽になることしか考えない私は、先輩に好きになってもらう資格なんかない。
Well, that's obvious. Actually, I don't know why she's even asking.
汚れてなんかない。さくらは綺麗だ。
I hug her again and whisper in her ear, "Good job, dude." Sakura trembling and crying. Am I sad because I can't cry for her sake?
バカ。血の少しくらいで嫌いになんかなるもんか。俺だってさくらのことが好きだった。今まで気がつかないふりをしてごまかしていたくらいにさくらは綺麗だ。だからそんな風に自分を責めるな。さくらの体がそうなのはさくらのせいじゃないんだから。
Exactly! You tell her, my man! Fuck Zokin. Obligatory fuck Zokin. I stroke her shoulders. Sakura leans on my shoulders, sobbing quietly.
それにさ、さっき血を吸われてるとき嬉しかった。
そんな先輩。
Chiro is very kinky, my girl.
おかしくないぞ。さくらの体を治せない俺でもさくらを楽にしてやれるんだって嬉しかったんだ。だから気にしないでくれ。俺にしてやれる唯一のことを嫌がられたら立つ瀬がないしな。俺の血でよければいつでも言ってくれていい。それでさくらが楽になるのなら俺はそっちの方が嬉しいよ。
I imply that I'm glad I fell in love with her. It's a small, simple fact that I can be proud of her.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい先輩。私。
Sakura keeps apologizing. Each time I stroke her shoulder to let her know there's nothing to apologize for. You're a sweet guy, Shiro. Shiro trembles uncontrollably, like a young child.
私先輩のことが好きです。好きだからこんな自分じゃダメなんだって。でも先輩が私のことを好きでいてくれるならお願いです。
Sure.
私がまた苦しくなった時に
Sure.
先輩に助けてもらって。
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm the one who had a dirty mind. Just asking him
先
to
輩の血を飲んでも私のことを嫌いになったりしませんか？
I thought something else was going to be drunk again, and again I'm wrong. I stroke her hair and tell her yes. Sakura stops trembling and then she smiles. with tears still in her eyes.
私先輩を好きになってよかった。
I feel a touch on my cheek, light heat full of affection. When I touch the spot where her lips gently kiss me, I blush bright red like I just remembered how. We've touched each other countless times, but I suddenly feel embarrassed.
まあなんだ。
先輩。
We separate, kneeling properly across from each other. Everything that's happened is flooding in my mind and I can't move very well. Sakura seems to feel the same way and we both look around uncomfortably for a moment.
今日は本当にお世話になりました。私、部屋に戻ります。おやすみなさい。
Hi. Sakura stands up hastily. I don't have a reason to stop her and I'm too shy
お
to.
やすみ、さくら。
はい。おやすみなさい、先輩。
She slides the paper door shut and leaves. Once I'm alone, I touch my cheek again. It was an unavoidable ordeal for Sakura, but when I think back on it, I feel warm and fuzzy.
寝よ
I'd like to reminisce a little longer, but tomorrow will probably be a busy day, and I need to consider how to deal with Tosaka. I need to speak to Ryder too. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Besides, the Holy Grail War still isn't over. I need to defeat the mastermind Zoken and save. See, I really am sleepy. My mind and body are tired, so I should get a good night's rest. Get my head in the game tomorrow. I'm dreaming. Should be asleep by myself, but someone is snuggling up to me. I'm physically and mentally exhausted. I shouldn't be able to get up, and Sakura is back in her room. So if I'm sleeping with Sakura, it can only be a dream. Even in my dreams, Sakura's sucking my blood.
هذا
That's
Friday.
how titillating that experience was.
Hey.
I told her that I love her. She kept calling my name and wanting me, and I want to reciprocate those feelings. Sakura's sucking my blood. Even in my dreams, she is sucking my blood. I'm literally in a dreamlike state. It wasn't enough. I'd feel even better if she kept going until one of us broke. Creation is a gentle delight, while decay is a fierce pleasure. Oh my god, dude, broke into poems. It's cathartic for both sides. What am I thinking? No matter what, as a human eye, my vision warps. Sakura isn't here. It was Sakura drinking my blood, but at some point it became something I don't quite understand. It's hot. The ground under me is melting. I sink in a bog that's hot enough to scorch me. I drown in it, knowing that is Sakura's body heat. Oh, I'm having a terrible nightmare. Sinister vision of the sea of hot coal tar. Oh no, not the grail again. Why are you asking me to save? Okay, fine, we save. I open my eyes. I stick my arm up in the air for no real reason. Stare at the ceiling, then let it fall on the foot.
なんか重いな。
I keep gazing absently at the ceiling without getting up. It feels like my whole body is slow. My head is in a daze and my body wants to rest. That must be why I don't feel like getting up, even though it's already morning.
なんでこんなに疲れてるのかな。
Maybe the fatigue has been building up. A lot happened yesterday, but I didn't go to bed particularly exhausted. I probably feel this way because I didn't sleep enough.
よく眠れなかったからかな。ま、動いてれば血も巡るだろうし。
I bet you're empty of mana, that's all. Sakura's in a much worse shape than I am anyway. She's doing her best, so I can't let a little grogginess keep me down. I bump myself up for the day and get out of bed. Then the dizziness hits me again. It isn't from my body's slowness. It's like as soon as I look at my bedroom door, I remember what happened last night. All too vivid.
服着ないと。
Oh man, if this is already making me blush, how am I going to talk to Sakura today? Right? Here it
So-
goes. I'll be okay. I've already run this simulation a bunch of times. There's nothing difficult about it. It's just a good morning, like always. And what am I getting so worked up for? But I thought Sakura would be in the kitchen, but she's already putting breakfast on the table.
おはようございます先輩。
ああ、おはよう、さくら。ああ、なんだ。
I tried to think of something clever to say, but draw a blank.
おはよう、さくら。朝ごはん美味しそうだな。
How unimaginative, even for me.
يعني خطأ بشري كان.
Now?
كده بقول.
Oh. Wait, I greeted her already, idiot.
はい。おはようございます先輩。
But somehow Sakura's reply feels exactly the same too. Her eyes go wide as if she realized the same thing. I must be making the same face. The thought makes me relax. We've both been nervously looking forward to seeing each other.
3度目になるけど、おはよう、さくら。
I feel myself smiling. This time I say it with relief.
はい。おはようございます先輩。
Then we awkwardly start eating
じゃ
breakfast.
いただきます。
はい。いただきます。
Even though we try to carry on like we always do, I still can't stop feeling nervous. I move my chopsticks uneasily. Sakura eats cheerfully like she's gotten used to it already. Is this something that girls are better at? I don't know.
どうかしました？あ、お味噌汁のおかわりですか？
いや、まだ一杯目。けど、うまいぞ。ああ、すごくうまい。
はい。今朝のは自信作ですから、喜んでもらえて嬉しいです。
Her smile squeezes my heart. I'm still blushing while Sakura's calm, so I dig into my food to hide my embarrassment. I sit down my empty bowl with a clank, but all of the side dishes on the table are still untouched. It took all my effort just to focus on my soup and rice, so I didn't even notice the other food. Sorry, Sakura, but I'm at my wit's end. I need some time away in my room to cool my head.
先輩、今朝のは口に合いませんか？
The tactical retreat ends in failure. Good, you shouldn't retreat, you coward. My escape route was cut off before I knew it. I silently hold out my rice bowl.
はい、おかわりですね。いっぱい作りましたから、たくさん食べてください。
Sakura returns my bowl with an extra large helping of rice and breakfast resumes. Oh well, I'll just have to deal with this. I'm already the only one blushing, so I can't let every single thing Sakura does throw me for a loop. Still though,
さくら、ちょっと彼女は問題があるんじゃないのか。
先輩、問題って何ですか？
she looks at me in puzzlement. In other words, Sakura doesn't see a problem with Ryder sitting silently next to us. Oh my god, that's a jump scare.
だから問題っていうのは
What?
بص على الجامب سكير دي يا عم اللي طلعت في وشنا فجأة خضتني.
ايه ده انا اقول what?
الموسيقى وقفت حتى. She seems to notice the imbalance I'm getting at.
私に気を払う必要はありません。食事を続けて結構です。
She errs just as gracefully as Sakura.
先輩、彼女のことが気になってたんですか？
そのようですね。確かに彼とは何度か争った仲です。食事の場に旧敵がいては落ち着かないのでしょう。
そんなことないです。先輩、ライダーを恨んでなんかいないもの。
True. He's not the holding grudge kind of guy. Unless your name is Zoken. Well, this is a pickle. I don't resent Ryder, but she's on the A list of people I'm bad at dealing with.
どうでしょうか。彼の食事が進まないのは私がいるからのようです。目につくというのなら席を外しますが。
Girl, this is number one on the list of things you shouldn't be saying.
だからそんなことないです。ね、先輩はライダーがいても構いませんよね。
I'm in a tough spot, but I'll say that I will save. صح يا اسطى؟
Yes.
Okay, now let's see what you're doing. If I'm being honest, it's hard to deal with her. Still, I know that Ryder is on our side. Ryder being here isn't what bothers me, rather.
ライダー、朝飯食わないのか。俺とさくらが食べてるのに一人で正座してるだけってのは言いづらいだろう。
I feel uncomfortable that Ryder is the only one not eating.
食べません。
Oh, she's kind of upset.
なんでさ、サーバントだって腹は減るんだろ。セイバーは黙っててもよく食べたぞ。
彼女は私たちとは別です。私は人間としての栄養摂取に興味はありませんし、それにあなたたちの作法は私には合いません。
なんだ、箸が使えないなら使えないって言えばいいのに。
先輩、
ちょっと待ってろ。ライダー用の食器とスプーンを取ってくる。
そうですね。それじゃあ私はオムレツを作ります。それぐらいだったらすぐですよね。
さくら、
いいからいいから。ライダー、ご飯食べるの初めてでしょ。これからライダーにはお世話になるんだから、せめてこれぐらいさせてください。
Sakura comes to the kitchen cheerfully.
なんだ、どうせだからスープ作るか。コンソメ余ってただろう。
いいですね。トマトも余ってますし、パパッとやっつけちゃいましょう。
So Sakura starts making breakfast for Ryder. And Ryder watches from the living room while Sakura happily shuffles back and forth. Huh, you're smiling. It's 9 a.m. by the time we finish breakfast. We skip school. Now that things have gotten this serious, I don't feel like going to school until the Holy Grail War is over. One of the reasons I went to school was to fight together with Rin. Now that our alliance is over, there's no point going out during the day, and most of all, it's too dangerous to let Sakura go outside. She's acting like she's in good health, but she could collapse at any time like she did yesterday. From Street when both her time, but Sakura is walking on a tightrope. I don't know what Zoken intends to do, but I can't let him get anywhere near Sakura, especially in her delicate state. There is nothing I can do for if the crust worms inside her start moving again. Shinji used the drug, but Zoken was the one who implanted the crust worm, so he can properly activate
Shinji
it
the drug.
just by looking at her. Nam?
Shinji is the drug, true.
Shinji is the trash. The absolute freaking trash. And Kotomini did say that Sakura doesn't have much time left. I'm the only one who knows that. I can't even tell Sakura or Tosaka. What I need to do now is to end this war while Sakura doesn't know the truth. But it should be easy to save her with the omnipotent power of the Holy Grail. Oh my god. This is the issue with when we're changing routes. He still thinks it's actually omnipotent. It is not omnipotent. It's a piece of shit.
先輩、さっきから怖い顔して変ですよ。学校は休んじゃいましたし、ゆっくりしていいと思いますけど。
いや、休むのは戦いが終わってからにしよう。今、
先輩、戦いってまだ続ける気なんですか？
Her anxious tone is a little unexpected. I've had a hunch for a while now that Sakura has no intent to fight. She should know that the Holy Grail is the only way to heal herself, but she doesn't even consider the option. She has an aversion to fighting. Sakura is extremely afraid of hurting other people. That isn't wrong, and I don't intend to deny her feelings. Sakura can stay the way she is. I'm the one who's made her cry, and it's my role to fight.
戦いは続ける。話し合いで済めばそうするけど、そうは言ってられないだろ。ゾウケンがサクラを解放するとは思えないし、サクラには悪いけど、あいつに聖杯は渡しちゃいけないと思う。残ったマスターは4人。俺はこの中からサクラを勝たせて、サクラに聖杯を使ってもらう。
そう言ってもらえるのは嬉しいです。けど、先輩、遠坂先輩と戦えるんですか？
あいつが邪魔をするなら戦う。まあ、本当は聖杯なんて物騒なもんはあいつに任せたいんだけどな。あいつならきちんと鞘に収められるし、サクラを助けてくる。
そうでしょうか。あの人は魔術師です。私みたいに弱い人間のことなんて考えてくれないと思います。
I can't fully deny that. Tosuka is a good person, I know that. But she's still a full-fledged mage. Last night she said that she'd kill Sakura. Even if that's what the situation called for at the time, she still made her choice and was fully ready to carry it out. So, if it turns out that even the Holy Grail can't save Sakura, she'll have gained a weapon even more powerful than Arshar that she can use to end Sakura's life.
そうだな。けど、それでも遠坂にはできないよ。あいつにサクラは殺せない。
どうしてそう思うんですか、先輩は。
いや、確証はないけど、あいつは根っこですごいやつだからな。あいつが選ぶ未来はきっと誰も失わないとんでもなくハッピーな世界なんだと思う。遠坂は最後には絶対サクラを助けるよ。
先輩は遠坂先輩が
Well, it's a really bad time to do that, but I should go to the toilet. But maybe I should find out what her question is first.
いいえ、何でもありません。先輩がそう言うなら私も信じてみます。
Damn girl, your inferiority complex runs deep. The guy literally told you he loves you like yesterday. He straight up fought that exact same girl for you. Stop it with your inferiority complex for like 3 minutes, please. Anyway, I'm going to the toilet for a second and coming back. that's enough time. Let's continue.
ああ、けど正直あいつ任せってのは情けないし譲りたくない。さくらを守るのは俺でいたいんだ。
I took Sakura's hand and made my choice. I can't let anyone else take my role. I'm going to do whatever I can to make Sakura happy.
先輩、気持ちは嬉しいです。だけど先輩はもう戦える状態ではないと思います。セイバーさんもいなくなって遠坂先輩とも対立してしまった。先輩はもう聖杯戦争に関わる必要はありません。だから今まで通りどうか先輩の日常に戻ってください。私のせいで先輩が傷つくのは嫌です。
バカ、そんなのさくらのせいじゃない。俺はやりたいからやるんだし、今さら降りられる戦いでもない。そんなのさくらだって分かってるだろ。
Fought in the war as Saber's master. I chose to become a master of my own will, not just because I accidentally stumbled into the war. So I can't go back now. I'll fight even if I'm alone. I'm going to see this through to the end. It's the only way I can repay Saber for going along with my selfishness.
じゃあ先輩はどうしても。
戦いはやめない。そのためにこれから今後の方針を決めようと思う。ライダーもいいか？
構いません。あなたの意見は正しい。さくらはどうですか？
Sakura silently agrees. Good, she seems to have accepted the logic of
よし。じゃあこれからの話なんだけど、その前に。
I look at Ryder. Since breakfast, I've gradually gotten used to Ryder's presence in the living room, but there's still something I want to address.
何でしょうか？
その目。うちにいる時ぐらい目隠しを取ったらどうだ？お前の魔眼はもう知ってるんだし、無理に隠す必要ないだろう。
Isn't she uncomfortable keeping the blindfold on?
つまり私が美観を損ねると。
ああ、端的に言えばそうなる。その格好はともかく目隠しは大変だろ。せっかく綺麗なんだし、暑苦しいのは取ったらどうだ？
だそうです、マスター。あなたの意見次第では私も考えますが。
ダメです。そんなの絶対ダメ。
え？
But why is Sakura so strongly against it?
なんで？さくらだってライダーが目隠ししてたら困るんじゃないのか？
困りません。大体ですね、ライダーの目は魔眼なんですよ。ちょっとした弾みで魔術にかかっちゃったらどうするんですか？
かかるのか、ライダー。
かかります。私の目は魔眼というよりは邪眼ですから。私本人が魔力をセーブしたところであなたを対象外にするのは難しい。
うわ、なんだそれ。ライダー、自分の目をコントロールできないのか？
できませんね。それゆえの称号です。ですが昨日ほどの効果は望めないでしょう。あなたは私の魔眼が石化だと知っている。不意打ちによる認識洗浄は弱まっていますから、体が硬直するスピードは落ちるはずです。
そっか。あ、じゃあ昨日みたいにいきなり体が麻痺するってのはないのか？
状況によります。あなたが気を抜いていれば魔眼の効果は上がるでしょう。
要するに気を抜かなければいいんだな。なら問題ないじゃないか。万が一魔眼にとらわれてもライダーは味方なんだからすぐに解除してくれるだろうし。
そうですね。私はあなたの命は取りません。そういった意味で言えば何の危険もありませんが。
ダメったらダメです。ライダーの目は石化だけじゃないんだから。
そうでしたね。では封印はこのままにしておきましょう。
Sakura pats her chest in relief. Anyway, I'm not really sure what was that at about, but Ryder is going to leave her blindfold on.
そうか。気になるけど、ライダー本人がいいって言うならいいか。
ええ。素顔を晒すのは嫌いです。以後、この件には触れないように。
Ryder says it coldly. Her earlier levity is gone. She really is hard to read. Maybe we're just not very compatible.
話を戻そう。今後の方針だけど、とりあえずさくらはうちから出ないこと。ゾウケンと直接会うのは危険だからな。あのじいさんとはこっちで肩をつける。
その考えは正しい。ですが、あなたはどうやってあの魔術師を倒すのです？何か考えがあるのですか？
I'm not sure what to say to that. I'm sure there are ways to beat him, but I haven't given much thought to picking one.
それは
My fate depends on my next choice. I have multiple options. Out of them, the most viable one would be...
他のマスターと協力すべきだと思う。事情を話せば味方とまではいかないにしても、ゾウケンを倒すのに手を貸してくれるかもしれない。
他のマスターって遠坂先輩？
あ、いや、遠坂じゃない。俺、バーサーカーのマスターとは知り合いなんだ。イリアって言うんだけど、あの子なら話せばちゃんと聞いてくれる。
To be honest, I can't leave Ilya be either. Run aside, I have no idea what Zoken will do next. He was willing to force Sakura to fight by planting worms in her. Ilya and Berserker are much stronger in direct combat, but Zoken is a schemer. He knows he can't win in a duel, so he'll use other methods. So Ilya can't get reckless even if she has Berserker.
バーサーカー。あなたはあの強戦士が我々の味方になると？
味方とまではいかないにしろ、しばらくは見逃してもらえる。それに協力は無理でも忠告ぐらいはしておきたい。
That girl came to this town all alone. Ilya was raised to be a master and given the name Eisenberg. She's more than just a stranger to me.
そうですか。けど先輩、そのイリアって人の居場所はわかるんですか？
ああ、前に見せられた。道順は記憶している。広い森なんで想像通りにはいかないだろうが、半日もあればたどり着けるはずだ。
半日。それって今から行くってことですよね。
そうだな。善は急げって言うし、今から行けば夜までには帰ってこれる。
It's a rash decision, but a timely one. I've been wanting to thank Ilya for her help yesterday. Moreover, I have a feeling that everything will change once I break up Zoken's scheme in that unknown
行ってく
shadow.
る。できるだけ早く帰ってくるから、さくらは部屋で休んでいてくれ。
わかりました先輩。それならせめてライダーを連れて行ってください。何かあっても必ずライダーが守ってくれますから。
そうか。その方が安全だよな。
But I can't do that. It's just as dangerous to leave Sakura at home by herself. No, much more dangerous since she can't defend herself against
Yeah.
Zoken.
ライダーはさくらを守ってやってくれ。もしゾウケンが来たら、魔力を消費する戦闘は避けて、さくらを抱きかかえて逃げること。ライダーの足なら追いつかれることはないだろう。
Ryder solemnly nods as
ほ
if
ら
she had this.
ライダーだってそう言ってる。今回さくらはお留守番だ。
けど先輩だって危険です。あの森は。
心配すんな。危ないって思ったらすぐに逃げる。それにイリアはマスター以外に興味はないんだ。マスターじゃなくなった俺が言っても危険はない。
I give Sakura a reassuring clap on the shoulder and leave the living room. Now then, first I'll go to the shed and grab something I can use as a weapon. Well, you're an idiot. I don't know how many times you need to be told your ability is projection, not strengthening. I'm carrying 2 wooden swords in a tubular shinai bag and something light to eat later. I don't have a map or a compass. I still have the sense of direction I got from the Mishcraft really accosted me. All I can do is rely on the memory of what I saw on my own
10
intuition.
時前タクシーで1時間森の中を歩いて4時間
I hope it only takes that long. Anyway, I'll have Dax drive slowly while I look at the entrance of the forest that I saw the other day. Once I find it, I'll leave the car and walk the rest of the way. If it all goes well, I should make it to Elias Castle before sundown. I'll think about what to do next once I meet Elia.
シロ、
I hear something nostalgic from my house behind me. The business-like, cool way of addressing me. The way she said my name politely and awkwardly, yet as kindly as she
Say-
could. I say a name that can't possibly be here.
待ちなさい。出立の前に話があります。
ライター
As I turn around, I accept reality. This is Ryder. The girl who said my name that way isn't here anymore. So why you gotta hurt me like this? Stop stabbing in that wound. It barely even healed.
いいけどなんだこっちも急いでるからな手短に頼む
私の質問は一つだけです。あなたはさくらを守ると言った。その理由を私はまだ聞いてはいません。エミヤシロ。
それ俺は
ええ。私はさくらほどあなたを知っているわけではありませんから。
That makes sense. Ryder wants to protect Sakura, not me. So she probably wants to know what I'm thinking at least.
一度しか言わないからこの手の質問はこれっきりにしてくれもったいぶってるんじゃなくて人前で言うようなことじゃないからないいか俺はさくらが好きだそれだけじゃない昨日の夜さくらに魔力を
そのようですね。朝さくらの魔力は安定していました。外部からの供給がなければさくらはまた熱にうなされていたでしょう。それが何か？
それだけだ俺はさくらが好きださくらを守る理由はそれだけだ自分が好きになった女を守るのは男として当然だろう
ではあなたはさくらのために戦うのですね。目的はあくまでさくらの体を救うため。さくらに聖杯を取らせ自分の益とする気はないと。
いやするよ聖杯が何であるかは知らないけどそれがさくらを幸せにしてくれるんだったらいくらでも使ってやる
さくらを幸せにする。
そうだよ今までさくら一人を苦しめてきただからその分どんな手を使っても幸せにしてやりたい
That there's approximate speed. I believe in you, sure you can do it. Ryder says nothing, she just stands there. Maybe now she knows why I'm embarrassed to say it out loud.
よしライダーの質問に答えたんだから今度はこっちの番だ要望があるんだけど聞いてくれるか
ええ私にできる範囲でなら聞き届けますが。
簡単なことださっきの呼び方だけど白って発音じゃなくて違うアクセントにしてくれないか
わかりました。白でいいのですか？
いやそれじゃ素人だもうちょっとなんていうか
白ではなく
Ryder gravels with the pronunciation. Guess not then. I just caused her trouble by making her try multiple times. Ryder's blindfold and dark clothes gave her a thorny image, but she's actually quite sociable. Somehow I get the impression that she would be a little clumsy in private life. Or she
ごめんな。元のままでいいよ。
シロ。うん。発音はこれでいいのですね。シロ。
あ、文句なしだ。悪いな。俺のわがままに付き合わせて。
わがまま。あなたはシロと呼ばれることが不快なのでしょう。なら私に発音を訂正させるのは正しいと思いますが。
まさかさっきの呼び方は好きだった。
Yeah, it's because I liked it that I don't want anyone else to say it that way. Beba! You know, it's a silly thing to get hung up on, but I want her to be the only one to say my name that way. My man. No matter the rules, Saber will always be special.
本当にただのわがままなんだ。ライダーが悪いわけじゃない。
わかりました。あなたがそう言うのなら私も理由は問いません。
あ、それじゃあ行ってくる。さくらのことよろしくな、ライダー。
I wave at Ryder and start running. First, I need to go to the intersection and hail a taxi. I'll take you to the outskirts of town and find the entrance to the forest that I've only seen once. She is left alone. There is no longer any meaning in the boys' war. No longer a
I'm back.
master. Each charge will come back. أنا فضلت مستنيك كتير وبعدين قلت لا الراجل مطول أوي.
بس
لازم نكمل.
مشوار البقالة تطور إلى مشاوير ثانية.
كان في كلام كوميدي كتير يعني شوية سلايس اوف لايف وبعد كده شيرو قرر ان هو وقال لهم يعني قال للرايدر والساكرا ان هو يروح يحاول يكلم إيليا يقنعها تيجي معاهم يعني تخش معاهم تساعدهم على
أوه.
The reality
彼は森に向かいました。後悔しているのですか、さくら。
Servant inquires her master's feelings. Eyes gloomy, the girl shakes her head once.
後悔なんてできないでしょ、ライター。
そうですね。
برافو. No, 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 no.
確かに意味のない質問でした。
ما ينفع. إيه.
けど辛いことだけじゃない。私ね、不謹慎だって分かってるのに嬉しいの。先
Even
輩
as
が
she
私のために何かしてくれるのは純粋に嬉しいから。
even as she says it, pain fills her expression. Her lips feel practically sewn together by her guilt, even as she speaks of
け
joy.
どそれは間違ってる。おじいさまは容赦なんてしない。先輩が戦う限り常に死の危険性がある。それに何より
There'll be a problem for her if she lets him get involved any further. The future holds nothing good for either of them. That's why she hoped he would give up on the war and go back to their normal life. She doesn't have much time left anyway. She'd prefer to live the rest of it for him. Oh. However, beneath that desire, she feels a glimmer of hope that his fighting might allow them to be together longer. No, she's simply just delighted to see that her beloved is fighting and getting hurt on her behalf. She doesn't want him to fight, but she's overjoyed that he's doing it for her. Two competing wishes vie for her heart, and she's stuck unable to decide which one matters more.
嘘。結婚なんてしてないくせに。
She mumbles in anguish, keenly aware of her own dark nature. That's right. Actually, she wants him to fight. She wants him to save her, to make up for all the time during which he had never noticed her. So it's right if he gets hurt. She's thinking something she never should. clutches her chest in pain. The worms inside her wriggle up and down her nerves as if responding to her dark desires. It was only an instant. That single thought of him getting hurt is enough to make the worms violate her body even more. I'm not reading that. Screw that. All their squirming in her body start to make her ears ring. A chill runs through her blood. My body is so disgusting, so wicked to be aroused by something like this. Stop the self-loathing, girl. It's not your fault. The worms that dissolved in her blood become a sweet poison, heating her body up. Yo? They swell and roil like waves, swallowing her consciousness. When she gets aroused like this, she always thinks, these defiled worms and legs can't be human. The dark longing makes her stumble, and she tumbles to the ground in a tangle of hair and limbs. She can't stop breathing. Her spine fuses together like a sticky sap. It's no different from the things attached to her nerves. The more she tries to resist them, the deeper the worms invade her nerves, melting her mind away until she feels like she's become the worm. The ominous vision grips her entire body.
さくら、
大丈夫。私はまだ平気です。それよりお願いライダー。どうか先輩についていってあげて。
命令ならば従います。ですがさくら、あなたの体とて長くはない。私を行使するということは、あなたの余命を削ることです。
どうせ長くないもの。今はちゃんとしてるけど、気を抜くとね、自分が何をしていたかわからなくなるの。日に日に記憶が曖昧になって、手足の感覚もない。今朝だって、なんか先輩を見送ってから1週間ぐらい経ってる気がするの。
She says it as if it doesn't particularly bother her. She's already accepted her death, even as she tries not to shamefully cling to hope she wants to protect
承
him.
知しました。主の命に従い、エミやシローを護衛します。
ありがとう。ごめんね、ライダー。私がダメになったら、すぐに新しい人と契約して。先輩はちょっと嫌だけど、ライダーならいいかな。
She forces herself to smile. The black-clad servant nods once and leaves her
良くない
master.
風です。宝具を使用することになりますが。
危なくなったら、先輩を連れ帰ってきて。
分かっています。私はあの老人ではなく、あの神父こそを注意すべきだと思うのですが。
Ryder leaves with the last remark. That was a surprise. Her servant doesn't give her opinions. She has a stoic personality and carries out orders exactly as they're given. Until now, she's never made so much as a suggestion.
そうね。私も、本当はそう思うわ。
حتى رايدر نظرت نظرة واحدة على اللي ركوبه شونن وقالت هذا لعين ومسوي نفسه فيها بريست وما هو بريست حقيقي. A sing-song whisper, a languid, even graceful expression replaces her
け
earlier
ど安
gloom.
心して、ライダー。だってあの人、私には勝てないもの。
Oh no, the evil one is coming out. She giggles, like a girl picking flowers. Oh wow. And she's already coming out. A few minutes off the highway, I find the forest entrance, which feels familiar despite this being my first time seeing it, shrouded in mist, even during daytime. In the woods, the mist hanging in the air and the lack of sunlight getting through the trees make me lose my sense of
う
time.
わ、大丈夫かこれ。
I'm amazed by my recklessness, all too late. I don't feel lost when I was looking through Elia's eyes last time, but this isn't something I can navigate using my
Yeah.
memory alone.
泣き言は後だ。なりふり構ってられないんだから。 当たって砕けろだ。
I bummed myself up. It's now sometime past noon. When I was seeing through Ilia's eyes, it took roughly 4 hours to get to the castle from here. The rest is up to my physical stamina and my talent, memory, and aptitude, reproduction skills as a mage. I walk through the forest. The thick scent of the tree sap makes the air slightly stuffy. It isn't as bad as walking in the mountains, but the uneven terrain saps my stamina bit by bit. I think I've been walking on the path Elias showed me for about 2 hours now, but I still can't see anything up ahead, and the lack of landmarks is bothering me a little. Thanks to my daily training, I don't have a problem walking in the wilderness all day, but it does build up mental fatigue that isn't easy to notice. My memory tells me that it's 2 more hours to the castle. If I come across something entirely unexpected at the time, then I don't know if I'll be able to get out of the forest. My physical limits are still ways off, but mental stress could cause me to start making small mistakes. Mountain climbing requires one to stay hydrated, carefully monitor one's physical condition, and make constant decisions such as whether to step left or right, or whether the next handhold is a millimeter too shallow or deep. This forest trick isn't quite so demanding, but it brings risk of its own. I can't tell what direction I'm facing or where my current location is, to say nothing of the distress that could cause. There are also direct threats from the forest wildlife. In a forest as big as this, animals are sure to have marked their territory. People usually get attacked while hiking because they violated an animal's territory. Walking around recklessly is like asking to get attacked, so there are times when it's better to go around the game trail that would have taken you straight to your destination. Fortunately, there aren't any snakes in these woods. There are only signs of wild dogs in the area, and they are rarely sighted. The lack of local wildlife is probably due to the Eisenburn magecraft. Still, there are wild dogs around, and in the worst case, I might run into something even worse than that. Oh, that way is no good. I need to be careful on the way back. I avoid the thicket that looks like something might be living there and continue retracing my steps. A wise man keeps away from danger. Another rule of hiking isn't to run away at the first sign of danger, but to avoid dangerous looking places to begin with.
にしてもこの森、イリアに見せてもらった時と様子が違う気がする。
It's like the air feels different on my skin. With each step I take deeper into the forest, I feel an unpleasant tingle up my spine. Don't go this way. Leave the forest right now. No matter how many people you bring, none will return alive. Even the trees seem to whisper that as their branches sway.
そういえばこの匂い。
Smell? What smell? I thought it was the scent of the tree sap, but it's not quite that. It has the same sweetness, but not the vitality of the forest. This is... Oh no! I'm pretty sure. I draw a wooden sword from my bag. I stop, concentrate, and take a few minutes to strengthen my sword. Something is coming. I hear footsteps from the direction of the thicket. Straining my ears, I can hear it mixed with the sound of someone pushing through branches and a creaking noise. It's coming. Something makes a beeline for me through the greenery. I raise my wooden sword. I tense my arms, slightly tighten my grip on the sword, raise the weapon to an overhead strike.
そこまでだ。動か。
そこまでよ。動かないで。
We both freeze. Okay, you're both stupid. Now then, how should I break this deadlock?
ちょっと、いい加減それ下げてくれない？お化け屋敷じゃないんだから。
Ren is the first to break the ice.
すまん。
I lower the wooden sword as asked.
珍しいところであったじゃない。一応聞いておくけど、ピクニックの下見ってわけじゃないわよね。
わけあるか。そういう遠坂こそなんだよ。森林浴って柄じゃないだろお前。今度は何企んでんだ。
失礼ね。森林浴ぐらいするわよ。そりゃ今日は違う要件だけど。
She protests with a grunt. What surprises me is that she doesn't deny that she's up to something.
遠坂、お前、イリアとやり合おうってのか？
I get straight to the point.
だとしたらどうなの？あなたはもうマスターじゃない。なら、私たちの戦いに首を突っ込む資格も義理もないはずよ。
ない。けど、遠坂がイリアと戦うっていうのなら止める。
なんでよ。もしかしてイリアとサクラを組ませるって腹？
それもあるけど、遠坂、イリアと戦ったらただじゃ済まないぞ。 始めたらどっちかが必ず傷を負う。そういうのは嫌だ。俺はもともと。
初めから戦いを止めるためにでしょ。なんだ、それまだ変わってなかったんだ。
Rin shifts from her barbed attitude to an exacerbated shrug. That's her true face, the one that always drags me around and was close by my side until Sakura ended up in her current situation.
なんだよ、一度決めたことなんだから、そう簡単に変えられるわけないだろ。
でしょうね。ほんと前々から思ってたんだけど。
What's she getting at? Rin heaves an exaggerated sigh.
エミヤくんってすっごいバカでしょ。
He gives me a grin so bright it makes me blink even as she says that.
けどいいわ。懲りないやつだけど、あなたはそうでなくちゃ張り合いがない。不器用は不器用なりに、せいぜい努力することね。
なんだその勝ち怒った顔は。なんか無性に腹立つな。
いいからいいから。で、その格好からするに、エミヤくんもイリアスフィールに用があるってわけね。さっきは当てずっぽうで言ったけど、本当にイリアスフィールと話し合いをするつもりなんだ。
I can't believe she's grinning at me like that while I get mad. Damn it. For some reason I'm weak to Rin when this happens. It's like I lose no matter what I say. Like the more I protest, the more I get driven into a corner.
どうしたの？急に黙っちゃって。黙秘なんてエミヤくんらしくないわよ。
そうだよ。お前の言う通りだ。俺は今からイリアに会いに行くんだから邪魔するな。ついてきたら追っ払うからな。
あれ？何？もしかしてイリアスフィールの居場所知ってるの？
Oops. I said something else I shouldn't have.
よかった。それなら案内してもらえる？私も大体の場所はわかるんだけど、大昔の地図だから信憑性低くって。エミヤくんが知ってるなら話は早いわ。
お前な、俺はついてくるなって言ったんだぞ。
あら、エミヤくんはイリアスフィールと話し合いに行くのに、私から目を離していいの？万が一私が先に到着しちゃったら、もう話し合いどころじゃないと思うけど。
お前、俺を脅迫する気か？大体な、一緒に行ったところでイリアに喧嘩売るんだろお前は。
売らないわよ。イリアスフィールと共闘できるなら、それに越したことはないもの。とりあえずやるべきことは造剣の排除でしょ。
忠告って何の？
マトウ造剣が何やら企んでるから、甘く見てると痛い目に遭うって。キャスターのこともあるし、バーサーカーまでああなっちゃこっちが不利でしょ。けどそう忠告したところで戦いになるって覚悟してたけどね。私とあの子じゃ話し合いなんてできない。一応忠告して、それで戦いになるのなら仕方ないって思ってた。いずれ倒さないといけない相手だし、遅いか早いかの違いでしょ。でも見たところエミヤくんには当てがありそうじゃない？なら冒険をする必要もないし、エミヤくんの努力次第でことは丸く収まるってこと。ほら、難しい顔しない。あなたがイリアスフィールを説得できるなら、私はおとなしく帰ってあげる。で、もし失敗したら協力してあの子を倒すか、二人して逃げられるように手を貸すわ。どう？悪い話じゃないんじゃない？
悪い話も何も。お前どうあったって俺の後をついてくる気だろ。
まさかそんなの言いがかりよ。たまたま行き先が同じってこともあるんだし。
What a devil. Still, Tosaka's doing me a favor by letting me guide her. If I let her go, she might fight Elia, but if she comes with
言
me,
っ
then
と
she'll
くけ
be
ど、俺だって道に確証はないぞ。迷っても文句言うなよ。
それは心配無用よ。あなたが向かってる方角、地図とぴったり一致するもの。私の地図とエミヤくんの案内があれば迷うことなんかないわ。
わかった、観念したよ。城まで一緒に行こう。そうすればとりあえずイリアとは戦わないんだな。
ええ、 あなたがイリアスフィールと交渉している間も邪魔はしないわ。あの子敵に回したら厄介だけど味方にできるなら頼もうし。
地震。
Oh no. The trees sway. A noise that resembles an explosion echoes from afar. No. This was no earthquake. Something like a typhoon is raging nearby.
まさか。どうやら一歩遅かったよね。
じゃあ向こうで暴れてるのはバーサーカーなのか。
ええ。私たちがここにいる以上、バーサーカーが戦う相手は一人しかいない。どうする？私は行くけど、エミヤ君は残る？
There's no time to think. I should stay here. Lol. I should save. That's what I should. But we're running, baby! Should I and see what's going on?
俺も行く。そのために来たんだからな。
それじゃあ私の後ろにいて。アーチャーを先行させるから。それで出会い頭に即死ってのだけは避けられるわ。
With that, Toska starts running deeper into the forest. Usher drops spirit to material form. From spirit to material form gives me one glass and then charges forward, blazing fast.
グしていろよ。
I grip my wooden sword tightly and chase after them as fast as I can. Chase, idiot. Interlude. Fito. Evenzo Filo. واحنا مفيش مرة نبقى رايحين لإيليا في سلام وإلا وحد يهاجمها قبل ما نوصل؟ The dark giant escaped from the castle with the little girl. It was an inexplicable flight. They left what would normally be the best possible defensive position and fled into the forest, where they are more vulnerable. Danger was closing in. The girl sensed that unavoidable truth first. The enemy is slowly approaching the castle. When she sensed how great the threat was, she raised the castle defenses to maximum and woke up the giant in preparation for its arrival. Berserker, the dark giant with a steel-like body, robbed of his sanity, has been reduced to an avatar of destruction bent only on obeying the girl. With her bodyguard and defenses, she has no enemy to be afraid of. That's what she told herself as she tried to fight down the sense of inevitable dread. And yet, as soon as the enemy approached, the giant at her side told her, "Run." Robbed of his sanity and speech, even the mad warrior sensed that he couldn't win against whatever was coming for them. Instantly, the girl fled. She knew, there is nothing they can do against that thing at the castle walls. With the sun behind it, the ominous shadow expanded until it became large enough to easily scale the walls. It was that thing. They would lose. Berserker can't win against it, to say nothing of herself. If they fight it, they are sure to lose, and Berserker won't be her servant anymore. That's the source of her unease. The girl ran because she was afraid of losing her servant, not losing the fight. With the girl in his arms, the dark giant races through the forest. Her apprehension weighs on her even more heavily. They can't escape, vaguely realizing that there is no escape from this threat. The girl orders the dark giant to stop.
賢明じゃな。勝てぬと悟って出てきよったが。
Before her stands an old mage, wrinkled and old like a withered tree. Next to him stands an assassin wearing a white skull mask, Matozoken. She recognizes him with a single look as a mage of the Macrays, whom she was taught about when she left the castle in her homeland.
マトゾウケン。聖杯に選ばれてもいない者がマスターの真似事をしているのね。
The girl climbs down from the dark giant and faces the old man. There is no fear in her eyes. The threat that she and the giant felt is most certainly not the person in front of them.
聖杯はマスターなど選ばぬ。聖杯とは受け皿に過ぎぬもの。そこに意志があり、性別をするなどと、お主まで教会の触れ込みに毒されたか。
The girl watches the old man coldly as he chuckles good in delight. He's right, the Holy Grail does not choose. Masters are chosen by the Holy Grail, the servants are granted physical form by its power, and are anchored to the world by their masters. That rule, that pretext was deliberately distorted and spread. The girl knows that the goal of the Holy Grail is just the opposite. it's merely to fill the grail. The masters are not chosen, they are merely components of a ritual. Likewise, servants are merely used to open the gate.
あなたこそモーネに毒されているんじゃないの？造剣、器になる聖杯に意志はないけど、マスターを選び出す大聖杯には意志があるわ。もともとこの土地に原型があるからこそ、あなたたちは英霊を呼び出して聖杯を満たそうとした。ま、当事者であるあなたがそれを忘れるぐらいだから、マキリの血は衰退したんでしょうけど。
Ah, بسام. شفت الجملة دي؟ بسام؟ 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 بسام. بسام انت قافل المايك من ساعتها by the way يعني. The girl's voice is cold. She shows nothing but scorn for him and the old man accepts it
い
with
や
a
いや
chuckle.
心配には及ばん。マキリの衰退もここまでよ。ことはなりつつあってな。予定では次の儀式で行うはずじゃったが、今回は駒に恵まれてのわしの悲願はあと一手で叶おうとしておる。
そう？なら勝手にすれば。私、あなたに興味はないわ。私以外の器なんて気に入らないけど、どうせ失敗するんだし、邪魔はしないから、おとなしく地の底に戻ったら。
يا ولد اسمع، انا قلت انا جريت المكري بلاد لاين.
الجملة الأهم بتقول له يعني ده انتوا نزلتوا قوي لو حتى الفاوندر ما افتكرش الريفيل هنا أول ريفيل هنا إن ده الفاوندر بتاع الماكري مش he's not merely the grandfather, he is quite literally the founder of the entire bloodline. And it's finally revealed here. Well, it's revealed in a better way later on, but this is the first time it's actually revealed. I didn't expect it to be completely revealed.
言われるまでもない。この老体に日の光は辛いのでな。ことが済めば早々に古巣に戻る。だがやはりのこうもうまくいきすぎると逆に不安が大きくなる。万が一のためお主の体をもらい受ける。ここでお前を抑えておけば我が悲願は盤石じゃ。
The old man burns with a ghastly aura. The white skull slowly stands up but stops against the old man's wishes. It's obvious with a glance. The White Musk assassin is overwhelmed by the giant's presence. He has absolutely no chance of defeating it. He'll be cut in half in a single stroke if he attacks, so he stays still, knowing full well what awaits him.
主に似て臆病なサーバントね。そんなに死ぬのが怖いなら戦わなければいいのに。あなたといい造剣といい、そんなに自分の命が大事？
Assassin doesn't answer. Instead, his master laughs loudly.
ああ、大事だとも。我が望みは不老不死。こやつの望みも永劫に刻まれる自身の名でな。我らは同じ目的のため、こうして邁進しておるというわけだ。
正気なのあなた。聖杯にかける望みが不老不死ですって。
The girl's eyes are filled with disgust. The old man sneered to us even more. It's as if he was waiting for her criticism.
当然じゃ。見よこの体を。刻一刻と機能を失い、悪臭を放ち体は内から溶け、こうしている今も脳細胞は蓄えた知識を失っていくのだ。その痛み、生きながら崩れゆく苦しみがお主にわかるか。
自業自得でしょ。人の体は100年の時間に耐えられない。それを超えようというのだから代償は必要だわ。それに耐えられないなら消えればいい。苦しいのなら死ねば楽になるんじゃなくて。
Exactly. Tell him, girl. Just fucking die, dude. You've been alive for what? A few hundred years now?
Huh?
The old body trembles. The mage's back quivers as if he's having a coughing fit.
やはりそうきたか、アインツベルン。貴様らとて1000年続けて同じ思想よ。所詮人形。やはり人間には近づけなんだ。
It shows Hartley finding it truly
何です
hilarious.
たわけめ。よく聞くがよい。人の身において死に勝る無念などない。虫どもの苗床となるこの痛みなど、己が死に比べればかほどのものでもないわ。
Nah,
自己
that's
の
just
存
you.
続こそが苦しみから逃れる唯一の真理。死ねば楽になるなどと、それこそ生きていない証ではないか。
Nah, again, that's just you. You're a freaking weirdo.
だからこそ、お主は人形に過ぎぬのだ。
ليش
その急増の
محمود؟
体ではあと1年と持つまい。短命に定められた作り物に人間の欲望は理解できぬということだ。
It is specifically because she has a short lifespan that she can't comprehend it. And why she despises you because you're a piece of shit. Because even somebody who won't live for like 19, 20 years wouldn't wish to do what you do. Freaking disgusting piece of shite.
理解できないわ。あなたは人間の中でも特例だもの。そんな長く生きたくせに自分の寿命を受け入れられないなんて感心したとしか思えない。
You tell him, girl.
ねえ、あなた。
無論、わしは死ぬわけにはいかん。このまま死にたくはない。まだ世にとどまり、生を続けなくてはならん。だがそれもすでに限界。故に崩れぬ体、永劫不滅の器が欲しい。そのために。
そのために聖杯を手に入れようというの？死が恐ろしいから聖杯を求めるの？
My god, you're the most little bitch to ever little bitch that wanted a grail, bro.
は、死が恐ろしくない人間がいるのかね。よいか。いかな真理、いかな境地にたどり着こうと無駄なこと。自己の消滅、世界の終焉を克服することはできん。
Excuse me, I am insulted by your idea about not overcoming extinction or the end of the world. I'll have you know I'm playing FGO right now, and that's exactly what we're doing. We succeeded once, we're trying to succeed again. You know, avoiding extinction or the end of the world. So fuck you, you can actually.
最後に知っておけ。目の前に生き延びる手段があり、手を伸ばせば届くというのなら、何者をも、たとえ世界そのものを犠牲にしても手に入れるのが人間だとな。
Know that that's what it means to be a little bitch. Bitch ass bitch.
じゃあ、あなたは自分が生き続けるために他の人間をみんな犠牲にするっていうの？
おうよ。それで我が望みが叶うというのなら、世界中の人間を一人一人殺して回っておるわ。
God, you're an abominable being.
人の強欲は尽きぬもの。
No, your greed knows no bounds. Some of us actually have bounds for their greed.
お主とて木々の一本一本が寿命を延ばす妙薬とすれば、この森など瞬く間に食らい尽くそう。たとえそれがわずか一日足らずの延命だとしてもな。
Dude, I'm not even Elia, but even I would be like, nah, that's too much work for a single day. ما تقول له حاجة يا بسام.
انت سخن. انت
يقول لك
انت العسل كله.
يقطع الغابة كلها عشان يوم واحد زيادة. يا أخي لأ، ده كمية شغل بنوسخ قوي على يوم واحد يا عم، مش عايزه يا عم.
己が一日のために世界の一部を殺していく。その願望はこの森だけでは飽き足らず、世界中の木々を殺すことになろう。その行いによって他人が滅びようと知ったことではない。当然であろう。もとより人間とはそのようにしてここまで広がり、育ち増え、肥満しきった有象無象。
Excuse me, can you not lump us together with you? please.
いや
そこにもはや連鎖すべき法則など成り立たぬ。いずれ破綻するのであれば、わし一人が足並みを崩したところで誰にも異論は挟ませぬわ。
We can all blame you because you're a piece of shit. The old man ran summarily, after staring at him for a moment in
呆れた
surprise.
わ。そこまで見失ってしまったの、マキリ。
The girl speaks in a voice very unlike that of a girl.
何？
思い出しなさい。私たちの悲願、奇跡に至ろうとする絶望はどこから来たものなのか。
Holy shit بسام ناسو عمل
يا.
foreshadowing الفشيخ ده من هنا. بيقولك البنت الصغيرة بتتكلم بصوت مش بتاع بنت صغيرة. بتقول له you have fallen so far Makiri. Remember, where did our wish, our earnest hope to achieve a miracle come from?
私たちは何のために
おー
人の身であることにこだわり、人の身であるままに人あらざる地点に到達しようとしていたのかを。
The laughter dies. The old mage stares up in the sky in contemplation.
هذا مش جديد.
人形風情がよくも言った。ユスティーツァーの真似事も刷り込み済みというわけか。
He stares at the pale girl with a hideous expression.
もうよい。戯れはここまでじゃ。お主の体はいるが心になど用はない。アインツベルの聖杯、このマキリ造剣がもらい受ける。
The old man's shadow creeps along the ground, as if in response, the worrying pressure that had been hanging over the girl increases. The dark giant moves out without waiting for his master's command. Her voice doesn't reach him.
أبو.
Kicking up a violent tempest, the dark giant storms in to mow down the encroaching shadow. Ah, fuck.
لما يجي برسيكر الدنيا تولع.
يا ابني اصلا وانت المايك بتاعك كان مقفول كان بيقول لك الشادو ده برزيركر في لحظه واحده يتكلم اللي ما بيتكلمش يتكلم قال لها رن قال لك انه في لحظه واحده بص عرف انه مش هيعرف يكسب. The thing running through the forest and making the trees shake creates a familiar sounding wind. Oh wow. The tremors gradually grow stronger. We're nearing the earth source. It's probably just beyond this forest. We're almost up on it. Just beyond the dense overlapping wall of trees, a battle of epic proportions is happening. I skid to a halt. Right before I come into a clearing, I stop as fast as I can and I hide. Tosca takes cover behind a tree as well. And we behold a disastrous spectacle in the clearing. The clearing is literally a battlefield. The servants are clashing their things. One is Berserker, the Dark Giant. The second is the White Skull Masked Assassin. And the third is... The third is Baber! Baber! Fuck you, Zokin. Fuck you.
ちょっと、あれまさか。
Tosika's voice is shaking. I can't quite hear it. She's whispering right next to me, but the words won't enter my brain. The third servant. It's my first time seeing the third combatant clad in black plate armor and visor. At the same time, it immediately calls to my mind someone I know well. The Dark Giant raises a war cry. Nasu and Takuichi both, I hate you so much. انت عارف اللحن ده اسمه ايه يا بسام؟
ايش؟
The Sword of Promised Victory, Excalibur.
اوه
It's a remix of Excalibur. I despise it. The third combatant doesn't shy away from the flying rock and gravel. The black armored servant breezes past Berserker's great sword and earthen assault, as if it's the source of this raging wind. Roars of anguish belong to the giant. He poses a steel body that renders all attacks ineffective. The black swordsman easily slices it open. A sword paints Berserker flank in black and inky light threatening to swallow him all.
ダメ逃げるのバーサーカー。そいつにやられたら戻ってこれなくなる。もう戦わなくていいから早く。
Ilya's voice is
無駄よ
tearful.
無駄。キャツに囚われてはもはや逃れられぬ。2対1ならばまだしも3対1では指し物大英雄もここまでだろうて。
Zoken must be the one cackling. The two masters, Ilya and Zoken, face each other from behind the protection of their servants. In front of Zoken is Assassin, who seems to have lost to Berserker. Berserker is in front of Ilya, his entire body is being corroded by something black. A dark swamp surrounds his feet. Oh no. The ground isn't made of earth, but a bottomless pit of mud cumbering his movements. On top of that, the black vines from the swamp trap his arms and legs. I know those. They definitely belong to the shadow, but for an instant, I feel like I'm looking at someone I know well. The duel reaches a new pitch, bringing me back to my senses. It's a desperate situation. Berserker is strong. He's fighting the Black Swordsman evilly, even as the shadow tries to swallow him. But he's at his limit. The Black Swordsman easily runs forward and slashes Berserker. Even if he's at least as strong as his opponent, Berserker's freedom of movement is stripped away as the fight drags on, meaning that the scales will only tip further in the swordsman's favor with each passing second.
勝負あったな。あとは任せたぞアサシン。これ以上子によっては巻き添えを食らいかねん。バーサーカーが逃れ次第アインツベルンの娘を捕らえ戻ってくるがよい。
Zoken blends into the mist. He's departing the forest, leaving Assassin
よいか。
behind.
キャツは目につくものならば見境なくのむ。それが魔力の塊ならばなおのことだ。アインツベルンの娘、むざむざ飲まれることのないようにな。
His presence grows faint along with his physical form. Zoken is gone. Only Assassin and Berserker remain, as well as the Black Swordsman holding their weapon
ダ
aloft.
メそんなのバーサーカーでも死んじゃう。だからもう逃げてよバーサーカー。
بس ما بحبش اسمع إلي عايزة تعيط يا اسطى. Ilya whimpers in an emotionless daze. It's not emotionless, you idiot. It sounds very obviously sad. Did he hear it? The dark giant roars and advances. His charge just looks like a tornado to me. Berserker kicks his way out of the ground, free of the black shadow that had swallowed him up in the waist and charges. What he's doing is inconceivable. Not only is he being constricted by the mud at his feet, the shadow also had him entirely bound. He couldn't move, his body was getting eaten by the shadow, meaning Berserker couldn't take a single step. So he decided to tear himself free. With one hand, he grabbed the shadow that lashed to his chest and tore it off with a ripping sound. He literally tore his body open wherever the shadow had grabbed him, exposing his innards. His massive physique is swift. This time his attack is sure to crush the Black Swordsman. This will likely be the last blow. With his body ripped apart on the verge of death, he'll make absolutely sure to kill his enemy. And the swordsman answers the assault with their greatest attack.
やだやめてバーサーカー。
Ilya runs. She starts running desperately towards Berserker as if she can't see the spitting shadow there. Even if I go, there's nothing I can do. I don't have a chance of winning against the shadow or the swordsman. But still right now I have to stop doing it. I run out of the cover of the trees. Ilya's running at Berserker. I catch up to her and pull her back. My ears gone numb from stress, the fierce howling of the wind and the mad warrior's roars. Buffet me so violently I can't even see. The wind pushes me to the ground, Ilya's still in my arms. My vision's gone white, and I can't even stand. No, I can't even remember to stand. My body's hot, something sleeping deep within me sure cries out. I don't know what or why, but I sense the heat resonating with the noble phantasm that was just unleashed. Wait, Avalon resonated with that? Why? What? It's getting as hard to breathe as it is to see. I can't do anything. As long as that sword is burned into my eyes, none of my human functions will be restored. It's like I'm under a spell. My heart was stolen by something I only caught sight of for a brief instant. Even among the numerous noble phantasms, it's an illusion of a different magnitude. Few noble phantasm can rival its elegant design and fine swordsmanship, but its beauty is hardly skin deep. No, the word beautiful would be an insult to this sword. Oh my god, he's glazing Excalibur. My man. بسام
لا لازم محمود.
المرة دي الموضوع حتى مش عشان
اكوتنا.
ارتوريا ولا اي حاجة ولا عشان الوضع. الواد هيموت وإيليا هتموت وبرسيركا هيموت. الناس كلها هتموت وهذا جوم على السيف. Shiro, the return of Shiro sword sexual. My man, even as death surrounds him, he decides to get horny for the sword again. The sword isn't beautiful, but earnest and precious. I mean, I agree, by the way. I agree with literally every word you said about Excalibur. However, I would say run, bitch. Run, bitch, run! It's a legend imbued with the hopes and dreams of the people, indeed. Neither a relic of myth nor a work of mankind. It's a crystallization crafted from our feelings alone. A sort of pure fantasy sitting at the apex. My eyesight returns. Black crimson flame as dark as midnight illuminates the sky. Was the pillar of light that cleaved the forest darkness itself. The flames burn silently, but the air is cold. Maybe it doesn't burn oxygen, but freezes it instead. The darkly lit forest grows colder. A swordsman stands against the backdrop of black flames. I scowl at the sword pointed at me, one of my arms still around Ilya. I can't feel any bloodlust or hostility from the swordsman. I'm afraid of being killed, but at the same time I clench my jaw in frustration. It's not her! This is someone else. It's not just her lack of malice. She doesn't have any of the nobility she used to. Her helm cracks. It must have been thanks to Berserker's last attack. When I see her bare face, I know without a doubt that it's her, no matter how much she's changed.
Say...
She doesn't reply. Her eyes are now gold and unreadable. They just stare down at me, her full in full.
シロ
Ilya's voice is trembling. Behind Saber, something that looks like a eviscerated corpse of Berserker sinks into the dark shadow. Ilya just watched her servant die in battle. Of course, a young girl like her would be scared. I shake off the excess of emotions. I hold on tight to Ilya and tense my right arm. This isn't the time to be shocked. I'm going to save Ilya. I'll save her and go home. I can't freeze in my tracks and wait here for death. Saber swings her sword. Just as she's about to cut me while I'm trying to stand up, she instantly changes direction and deflects 3 arrows.
アーチャー
止まるなイリを連れてさっさと逃げろ
Swords clash. Archer immediately follows his sniping up with a bladed assault. But it doesn't give me any peace of mind. Saber easily blocks his blindingly fast dual swords. Something's wrong with Archer. I look and see that his feet are tangled in the shadow too. Oh my god, you're fucking stupid, Archer. You weren't even in the fight. How the fuck did you let yourself get caught in the shadow? ما تقوله حاجة يا عم. ما كانش حتى في الفايت. ايه اللي خلاه يتمسك في الشادو ده؟
المفروض يكون ارشر ويكون بعيد.
ما بالظبط. يعني عندك تكتيكال نيوك اسمها كلادا بولج. Like, literally, just stay the fuck out of the range of the fight and nuke them with Kalada Ball, you stupid idiot! Ah!
無様だなアーチャー。聖順の英霊ではあれの樹海藻には逆らえん。今の貴様はこの森に満ちる怨霊と大差がない。
That ruthless voice definitely belongs to Saber. She nonchalantly steps on the shadow hand. Effortlessly sends Archer flying into the woods behind him. Even if the shadow was slowing him down, she cuts right through both of his swords guard without even trying. Then she does it again. Saber faces me silently. Those eyes, they declare that she'll kill me unless I hand Ilya over.
シロン
Ilya lets go of my arm. The gesture seems to say that it's okay to hand her over. It flips a switch inside
下
me.
がってろ。森まで行けば遠坂がいる。そこまで行けばなんとかなる。
I push Ilya back and take hold of my wooden sword with my now free left hand. I take a Segan stance? The heck is a Segan stance? If Saber comes for us, I'll use all the strength and magical energy I have to strike back. That's all I can do now. I have nothing to say to Saber. I can't apologize, nor can I ask her to come back to me. She isn't speaking to me, so that isn't something I should say to her. Saber is my enemy now. The only way I can respond is to fight back as hard as I
Mahmoud,
can.
Saber, your enemy.
Fuck you! I'm not involved in this! Don't say that! I'm already emotionally unstable enough as it is. It hurts enough. مش تبقى انت وناسه عليا يا اسطى حرام. If anything, it's very obvious that Saber is trying to avoid killing Shiro if it's possible. But she will if there is no other choice. I tighten my aim. I won't try for a mutual kill. Saber personally told me that it isn't an effective tactic. An attack that risks my own life only works when you're evenly matched with your opponent. I can't hope to achieve that against Saber. So I'm only going to try one attack. Now that her helmet is broken, I should be able to do some damage if I go for the head. It will take everything I have. I'll defeat an enemy and survive. Are you freaking delusional? Unless I imagine myself fully committed to this, I don't have a chance against her. Here she comes. Dodge, 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 dodge! Who cares if it looks bad? Who cares if I have to roll in the mud? If I can't dodge the first attack, then forget about protecting Ilya. Oh, I'm dead. I've sparred rashly with Saber enough times to know that she won this bout. Her downstroke streaks down like a diving falcon for my upper left. It's a slash precise enough to cut a grain of rice coming for Shiremiya's head. But my head stays attached. Saber's sword stops just shy of my neck. What happened? Then she wordlessly lowers her sword and turns away. Don't tell me she stopped her sword because of that. The black swamp spreading across the ground. That shadow's trying to crawl out of it. There is no doubt. It's that unknown being, that clump of curses that I saw before in the park.
私の役目は済んだ。あとは貴公に任せる。
ありがたい。たやすい仕事だ。マジュヌーンに敗れた失点を取り返せる。
Saber walks deeper into the black swamp, then she sinks into the shadow with bubbling noise just like Berserker. I watch until she's gone. I have no way of knowing why she's still in this world or why she's on their side now. She's my enemy, then I have to fight her. That's what war is. But still, I can't help but think that if I had been stronger that night, she might never have been warped into the dark version of herself. Oh, Shiro. If you were stronger, she definitely wouldn't have been. It's because you're useless as a master. Unfortunately. At least, when you don't know how to use unlimited blade works, which is so frustrating in this route.
エミヤ君
Ren's voice pulls me back to reality. Right now we're facing the creeping black shadow and the assassin with the skull mask I looked into a smile.
逃げるぞイリア
I take Ilya's hand and run. Ilya gives the swamp that swallowed Berserker one last sad glance and holds in her tears as she starts to run. We run through the forest. I'm following Tosca's back. I can sense assassin chasing us through the
エミ
trees.
ヤ君後ろ
Ren should have gotten far ahead of us by now, but she slows down and turns back. She must be worried. I know the enemy's right behind me, but I can't do anything about it. My pursuer is assassin. How am I supposed to shake him off with
そ
alien
こま
kill?
でだお前はいらない
A sensor voice growls in my ear. I look to the side to see a face and skull mask. Smirking and licking a dagger. The white skull is blown away. Assassin was running next to us until someone kicked him in the stomach.
奇襲でなければ小僧の首も落とせないのか三流
Maybe instead of quipping like a smartass, you could have stabbed him, you idiot. It's like you specifically choose the least effective tactic. You're frustrating. Archer doesn't stop as he says it.
しんがりは任されたお前はイリアを連れて逃げろ急げあれに追いつかれたら終わりだぞ
Archer's looking at Assassin and something else approaching from behind him. It's catching up. The shadow's corroding the ground itself as it catches up to us.
アーチャー
戦技は後だ走れ小僧イリアの手を取ったからには最後まで守り通せ
Archer slightly slows and falls behind us. For an instant, just before he leaves, he looks at Ilya with a terribly sorry expression. يا اسطى بحب اللحظات اللي بيوروا فيها ان هو ارشر هو نفسه ايميا زي دلوقتي كده. No matter how much he changed, he's still Enya. We leave the melee behind and escape the forest. The clash behind us continues between Assassin, our pursuer, and Archer, there to head him off. Assassin is forced back repeatedly, unable to go on the offensive. He clashes evenly with Archer. Why evenly? Archer should be beating his ass. Each dagger Assassin throws at me whenever he spots an opening is shot down, leaving him clearly frustrated. Oh, that's why, because he's not actually on offense, he's on defense. But that isn't because he's weak. He is weak, but that's not why. Archer intercepts a dozen of thrown daggers. He does it with fire unlike anything he's shown thus far. Archer has the advantage. I don't know why, but right now he's fighting with demonic frenzy. Assassin desperately bears a short retreating. Archer retorts.
知れたこと私は他の連中のように真っ当な英雄ではない清純ではない英霊ならばあの泥と同意つまり
Archer steps back perhaps
お前ほどではないがこの身もいびつな英霊ということだ
أحلى حاجة إيه؟
يقول هو غشاش يغش فيها عادي.
أيوة بصراحة دي حاجة لحد دلوقتي أنا بس بلاش خلينا عشان ده سبويلر وهو سبويلر حرفيا بعد ثواني يعني بس دي حاجة أنا مستغرب منها لحد دلوقتي مش عارف ليه الاختيار الغريب ده كان ممكن يستغلوا كونسبت إنه أرشر عنده مناعة ضد الشادو ده أكتر من كده بكتير. And brings the sword down on the white mask. The black robe scrambles wildly. Assassin flees, clutching his slashed face. It isn't a temporary withdrawal, but a flight for his life. The black robe servant escapes Archer and disappears into the
上
wooded
出
gloom.
来これで追いつかれる心配もなくなったご苦労様アーチャー疲れたでしょしばらく休んでいいから霊体に戻っていて
Ren congratulates him with palpable relief. Behind her, Okay, that was very stupid from your end.
と
It boils up as if it was born in the shade of the trees.
何
That was very stupid. My god, that was extremely stupid, Ren. She turns around. Simultaneously, the shadow's black tentacles reach out.
坂
I won't make it in time. I can only watch as the tentacle lands forth to impale Tosaka. But skewer Archer instead after he pushes her out of the way. Tosaka stares up in shock at Archer. Archer's done. He's still breathing and there isn't much blood. He's been impaled, but if it isn't through a vital spot, he should be able to regenerate from it. Still, I know that he can't fight anymore. That thing kills servants. No matter how powerful a heroic spirit is, it can't beat the shadow because it's a summoned servant. I just know that somehow.
嘘あーちゃん何してんのよ
Does Tosaka sense it too?
Mm,
She calls out Archer in a trembling voice, climbing to her unsteady feet, but
来るなさっさと逃げろたわけ
Archer's harsh rebuke stops her in her tracks. The shadow pulsates, the forest will die. All of the surrounding mana is being sucked into the shadow. Stupidly, I think it reminds me of a water balloon. The balloon is engorged and is still filling. An unsavory premonition of it bursting and exploding its contents all over us flashes through my mind.
つい
We're going to be caught in it. We'll be completely swelled up in here. Archer pulls out the tentacles curing his body and runs at Tosaka. Then I'll... Oh god, they're giving me a very difficult choice.
bring Tosaka back. They'll kill you. One must die. You choose one.
I mean, I don't think either of them should die, but the issue is I don't know which one will let us not die.
Yep.
I guess I'm protecting Aelia.
جيب لي اللابتوب اللي عندك.
I can't protect two people at once. Tosaka has Archer, but Ilya has nobody else, so I have to protect her.
يمكن.
In Berserker's place. I tackle her to the ground, just as I cover her with my body. My sight and spirit are dyed jet black.
Fuck.
It's hot. I feel like my body's about to be blown away. A wave of compressed magical energy erupts into a tempest that violates the whole
أحمد
forest.
أعطيني بس دقيقة واحدة أجيب بنادول وأجيب.
تفضل. Nothing. black? Nothing. My vision is all black. It's so dark even though I can see clearly. I must have fallen into a black sun. No, wait. How do I... Yeah. I have no self, no body. Oh, wow. Must have melted by the sun. I have no body. The complete sensor loss is more revolting than anything. But that's a problem. I can't protect Ilya without my body. The Black Shadow will try to take Ilya away. I use my right arm to resist as best as I can. I hug Ilya with my right arm and hold onto the ground. That's when I finally realize it. I do have a body after all. I can't protect Ilya without a body. Wow, I'm being so dramatic. I'm only missing everything from myself from my left shoulder. It's all gone. My body's still here. I'm still here. But so is that feeling of loss. It's not like every part of me got wiped out, but I still feel a deep sense of loss, as if I really have lost my whole body. I'm disappearing. The shadow melts away without a trace, as if it's expended all its power. Oh no, the shadow just realized it fucked up, that's all. I don't know what she's saying. Maybe my ears are ringing. Tosuke, I wonder how she's doing. Archer's there. His red cloak is soaked in blood and he looks so weak, like he's about to disappear. That's weird. What's she
正
doing
気で
here?
すか？そんなことをすればあなたは
考えるまでもない。何もしなければ消えるのは2人だが、移植すれば確実に1人は助かる。
Still let me assure to the end.
どのみちこの体は限界だ。このまま消えるというのなら、これをくれてやったところで変わるまい。
Archer's talking to Ryder. I wonder what's happening. In the
通常
end,
ならば死ぬ。人の身に霊体をつなげては助からない。だが、俺とその男は特例だ。リンが目を覚ましたら、うまく処置をしてくれるだろう。
just once he lovingly touches Toseka's hair. Oh. Everything's growing dark. The black sun is gone, so this must be my mind sinking into the
ここ
dark.
までか。達者だな。父さんか。
Archer says a goodbye in a voice that sounds just like mine. I mean, it's because
you.
it's yours, my guy.
It's you.
The shadow
How you're
shudders.
how you're holding up, my brother.
لحد دلوقتي holding up كويس عشان سيبر خلعت من الصورة بس شوية. لحد ما سيبر ترجع تاني هقعد أعيط. The red knight is drenched in blood. Dosek is sitting on the ground in shock. 5 meters away from them stands a silver-haired girl holding hands with Shiramia. The shadow shudders. It shrinks like a withered tree and then expands like a butterfish. No, its venomous nature resembles a more wicked deep-sea creature. It keeps swelling, growing shamelessly and endlessly until it covers the entire forest in deep black. In an instant, the Red Knight dies protecting Ren Tosaka, and Shiramia is saved by sheer luck. He was fortunate that the forest terrain is filled with crags and valleys. Shiramia evaded the shadow in a ditch, but his exposed left arm was not so lucky. She awakens from a dream. It's been half a day since she sent Ryder to protect Shiro. Sakura had been sharing her servant's perception so that she could keep an eye on things from Emiya household. The shocking scene jolted her back to reality. Maybe you shouldn't have done it then, you stupid bitch. God, you give me the most conflicting feelings ever. She feels nauseous. Good. She's hit by vertigo of suddenly severing her senses from that of her servant. Her sleeping body is covered in sweat, and if she even tries to breathe, she suddenly the contents of her stomach rise to her throat. She
Oh,
runs to the changing room. Clinging to the sink, she covers her mouth with her hand, not breathing. She can't contain the bile in her chest and it spills out. لازم يا ناس تشرح لي in great detail somebody vomiting. You could just say she vomited. I don't want to imagine it this vividly. It's disgusting. Her shoulders heave up and down. Her long hair sways like a curtain, concealing her face from the mirror.
嘘先輩
She recalls the nightmare with horror. Those images were real. Shiremir protected the silver-haired girl, and the shadow swallowed his arm. It was devoured down to its socket.
私なんてことを
Finally, you're realizing? Fucking finally? Sakura berates herself as if she's thought something that she shouldn't have. She feels both chills and a strange sense of exultation, and can't quite process what happened or what she would do next. All she knows for sure is that she hates herself. Before, she had a similar invasive thought. If she injured Shiremiya so that he couldn't go outside, then he wouldn't be in danger
違
anymore.
うそんなの違
Yes,
ったんだ
it was wrong. It wouldn't solve anything. How fickle of her to wish that he'd get hurt enough to not go outside. And now she'd hurt Himiyashiro in a way that had nothing to do with her wish. His life was in danger, never mind his ability to leave the house. Both of these things actually happened. That was what it really meant to hurt him. How could she have wished for something so awful? For once, I'm actually happy that you are vomiting, because that is fucked up. She already vomited everything in her stomach, but the itching won't stop. Good! That's fucked up! Oh, blood. Okay, not very good. Not blood, not blood. Just normal vomit, please. We don't want you fucking dying. It's almost as if the mangling pain in her stomach and the searing in her throat are meant to punish her, she thinks to herself. Several dozen minutes pass. After running out of even her stomach bile, the nausea passes and she finally regains her composure. She pants roughly, her shoulders heave and her breathing ragged. She grips the sink in both hands, trying to catch her breath, like she just finished running a
でもこ
marathon.
れでもう先輩は戦えない
Well, about that. He's kind of the main character, so there's literally no conceivable way to make him quote unquote can't fight anymore. Her honest feelings slip out in a rapturous tone. It's a short whisper. See, this is why it makes it very difficult for me to root for you, Sakura. These disgusting thoughts you have. Like, I don't mind everything else. It's not your fault. Literally everything else, not your fault. Hell, even if you end up killing an innocent civilian because of what you're going through, still Zokin's fault. Intentionally hurting the guy you like is 100% your fault. That's fucked up. Disheveled and winded, she looks up. The image of her in the mirror is weighed down by guilt. Good, you fucked up bitch. She looks downcast and worried for Shiremiya's welfare. She sincerely and earnestly wishes for his safety. Maybe don't fucking try to kill him then. The mirror reflects her crooked grin. Oh god. Maybe it isn't 100% your fault. I'm starting to think a certain angry mango is already in full effect. يا اسطى اعتقد ان already بدأت تتجنن.
Mm.
And maybe I am wrongfully blaming her. Blaming her. I think she might be already going full nuts. I'm trapped in a steamy stone room. The heat seeping in from my shoulder joint like thousands of microscopic bugs eating my cells. My shoulder, it's like countless bugs are gathering in a wound I can't see. It's hot. My body burns from within it. This is more like a frying pan with the lid on than a sauna. There is a sizzling sound. If I relax, I might find myself burned black. It's hot. The heat melts my mind, not my body. Oozing, roaring, the heat responds fiercely and cautiously, burning and rewriting my genes. Okay, that last line is stupid. No, it's not rewriting your genes because it's literally the same gene, you stupid bitch. Will this nightmare finally end? It's hot. Why do we keep saying it's hot? The open hole is covered to stop the bugs from escaping. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot, 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 hot. The hole in my is my shoulder. Bugs barge into my body through the entrance. The entrance the hole they should leave through is blocked by flesh that isn't my own. Debatable. I'm changing. Something unknown is changing me. It's coming in. Knowledge I shouldn't have enters my brain. His combat experience and knowledge. His noble phantasm. Not those short swords. Kanshu and Bakuya. He was a blacksmith heroic spirit who favored those swords also forged by a famous blacksmith. So he forged them too. He could reproduce anything he saw and understood. No. It wasn't reproduction but a projection. A unique type of mishcraft that recreates the caster's imagined principle of creation. The heat burning my heart demands that I master it. Oh, Caliburn. Caladable. Even Gable. Are you kidding me? That's impossible. I can't let this inside me. I don't know projection. I haven't reached that level yet. This shortcut is definitely going to destroy my body. I already have my hands full just being myself. I can't remember all the other stuff he's showing me, much less master it. I'm not strong enough to do it. You and I are a complete stranger with nothing in common. Are you kidding me? What do you mean complete stranger with nothing in common? You're literally the same person, you stupid fuck. It's just from the future. So there's no way this will take. No, even if it does, I couldn't possibly endure it. Can't lose track of time, can't get out of order. Even if you help me, I don't have the skill to handle it. Wait, really? Why in the church? Why are we going back to Kotomini K? My consciousness slowly returns. I'm in an unfamiliar room, lying on an unfamiliar bed. I sit up. I think I saw Saber in the forest, ran away with Tosaka, and then I took Ilya and... Oh, hi, Ilya. We lock eyes. Ilya is right next to the bed, staring at me with wide eyes.
そっか。無事だったんだ。イリア。
I sigh in relief. I don't know what's going on yet, but I'm really happy that Ilya's alright.
やった目が覚めたんだねシロ
イリア。
Ilya dives into my arms.
よかったよシロ
Ilya keeps repeating that over and over as she buries her face in my chest. Well, she's got me. I really have no idea what's going on, but if she's crying this much, then I'll just have to stay still and let
怪我
her.
は痛まない少しでもおかしいなって思ったらすぐ代わりのものをつけさせるから
ああ、別に痛いところなんてないよ。それよりイリア、あれからどうなったのか説明。
Before I can finish my question, I feel like a long blade is driven into my body. I'm unable to bear the pain. My right hand stretching at my chest.
シロ落ち着いて我慢するんじゃなくて左腕を押さえつけるの
腕。
I don't understand. I don't really understand, but I want the pain to stop. I calm my heart rate. Once I close my eyes and meditate, I immediately sense what's wrong. I know the source of the pain, the foreign element then I can slightly control the pain. I just need to build a barrier to prevent the alien parts from mixing with my own body.
大丈夫。落ち着いたよ、イリア。
私にもわかるよ。どうなることかと思ったけど、とりあえず反発し合うことはないみたい。
Ilya seems to know where the pain is coming from. I look down at myself and notice that I'm wearing a hospital gown. No, it's more like a bunch of belts than a gown. The fact I can only move my right arm is proof enough. Everything else is fixed tightly in place. I can't even change my own clothes like this.
イリア、なんでこんなの着てるんだ、俺。
She looks away uncomfortably.
そこからの説明は私がしよう。エミヤシロ。
Hey, Alario Kobushonin. And then someone appears who I didn't really want to see. That's exactly why he appeared.
あちらも持ち直した。こちらは事後説明だけだからな。用がなければ退出したまえ。
どうだか。私はシローと一緒に外に出るの。あなたが本当に何もしないのなら、私がここにいても問題はないでしょ。
なるほど、確かに問題はないな。だが説明は簡潔に済ませたい。邪魔をしないというのなら、隅でおとなしく座っていろ。
そうね。じゃあ、そうさせてもらうわ。
Ilya walks by Kotomi and leans against the wall.
さて、状況説明の前に、先ほどの疑問に答えておこう。あまり驚くなよ、エミヤシロ。
Liar, you want him to be very surprised. It'll be more fun that way. Kotomi reaches out. The brace undoes the belt, exposing my skin. This arm doesn't belong to Emiyashiro. Oh no, it does belong to Emiyashiro, just not this one. I can tell even under all the clothes it's strapped in. The thing serving as my left arm came from somewhere else. It's something alien that defies the laws of nature, that should never be attached to me.
ことにね、これ。
アーチャーの左腕だ。アーチャー本人の意志を尊重し、彼の遺体からお前に移植した。
アーチャーの意志を尊重。いや、それより遺体って、あいつは。
移植が済んだ後消滅した。ここに運ばれた時点で死に体だったのだが、よくも終わるまで持ったものだ。アーチャーの持つ特殊技能ゆえだろうがな。
Arsha's gone. That means the only servants left are Zokin's assassin and Sakura's rider. And... no. She's changed so much that I don't think you can call her a servant anymore.
待て。アーチャーは消えたんだろ。なら、あいつの腕が残っているのはおかしくないか。
移植が終わる前に消滅したのなら、その左腕も消えていただろう。だがお前のそれは、アーチャーが現世にとどまっているうちに切り離し、お前の体に植え付けたものだ。エミやシローの魔術回路とつなげ、お前自身の魔力で現世に受肉させている英霊の肉。その手術がなった時点で、それはお前の肉体となった。その後ならば、アーチャーが消えようと左腕は残る。その左腕はすでにお前の腕なのだからな。
Shukran, Shara.
じゃあ本当にこれはあいつの腕なのか。
そうだ。あのままではお前もアーチャーも長くはなく。アーチャーはこの世にとどまる霊核を壊されており、お前も半死半生の手負いで傷口より生命活動に必要な中身を損ねていた。幸いアーチャーの体に傷は少なかったからな。彼はお前に唯一無事な肉体を提供することで死にゆくお前を生かしたのだ。
The half of me that was swallowed by the shadow, the heat that invaded my mind, and the left arm that obviously belongs to someone else. Everything tells me that those events really happened. I collapsed in the forest. Then Archer saved my life.
けどサーバントの体を人間に移植するなんてできるのか。
つなげるだけならできなくもないわ。霊媒の意志は肉体ではなく魂を癒すものだって言うし、そこの神父は見かけによらず本物だったっていうことね。
世辞は受け取るが、そう手放しで喜べることではない。異なる霊体同士の接合は禁呪と呼ばれる。なぜなら行ったところで絶対に失敗するからだ。霊体、魂の蘇生、復元は魔術では扱えない神秘である。故に今回も形だけ成功した後でショック死すると思ったのだが、
シロとアーチャーは特別よ。私もさっき分かった。この二人ならつながりさえすれば持ち直すって。
Ilya avoids meeting my eyes, looking sad somehow.
ほう。ま、その理由は知らん。私にわかるのは、お前たちの相性が良かったということだけだ。史実を始めた時は驚いたぞ。双子でもここまで瓜二つではなかろうと。
اوه انت ما عرفت تقرا الموضوع. يركبوا شلون ما انت عارف السالفة. بنخلص الروت وانت ما انت عارف السالفة. I tried putting strength into my left arm to confirm Tommy's words. I can't feel anything. There's no pain, it just feels like dead weight. I can't move it no matter what I do. It's like an arm gone numb from the lack of blood flow. The sensation of having an attached arm that I can't move causes mental fear rather than physical pain. My left arm is just a lump of iron now. Maybe this is what being a tin man would feel like.
全く動かない。これで手術は成功したのか。
無茶を言うな。つなげたばかりではそれが限界だ。数日経てば馴染む。先ほども言ったが、お前たちの相性は実にいい。この分であれば通常の生活をこなせるほどには回復しよう。だが注意しろ。私が言っているのはあくまで回路が合うというだけの話だ。いかに相性が良かろうが、それは人間では扱えぬ英霊の腕。いや、腕というよりは兵器だな。強力ではあるが、使えばお前とて巻き込まれよう。
それは自滅するってことか。
無論だ。人間であるエミやシローがアーチャーの腕を使えば、肉体はアーチャーの腕に侵食される。いな、吹き飛ばされるという表現の方が正しいか。霊格としてエミやシローの肉体はアーチャーの腕には到底及ばん。一度でもその腕を使えばアーチャーの魔術回路が起動する。そうなった時、お前の体はアーチャーの魔術行使に耐えられず内部から崩壊する。いいか、使うたびに寿命が減っていくのではない。その腕を使えばお前の体に植え付けられた次元爆弾にスイッチが入るのだ。
What the hell? Is he basically saying if I try to copy what Archer does even once, I'm as good as dead?
じゃあこの布はそのための。
ああ、そのための封印だ。それを巻いている限り、左腕は魔術回路を発現しない。お前が魔術を使おうと、その左腕だけは別のものとして扱われる。
That wouldn't be very fun though, would it?
だが安心はするなよ。魔術講師をせずとも、生きている限り魔力は肉体に通るものだ。その度に左腕には痛みと起動しようとする反動が起きるだろう。それを防ぐためマルティンの生涯符で左腕を覆っている。その布を巻いている限り左腕からの侵食はある程度抑えられるはずだ。
ちょっと待て、ある程度抑えられるって、それじゃ完全には
抑えられん。そうだな。アーチャーの腕を使おうと使うまいと結局はその腕に侵食される。 長生きがしたいのなら腕と拮抗するほどの魔術師に成長しろ。そうなれば正外符を巻かずとも左腕の封印はできる。何？私の見立てでは左腕に食いつぶされるまでにあと10年。それだけの猶予があるのだ。一人前になって左腕を御するか、慣れずに自滅するか、そう急な話ではあるまい。
Hardly urgent. Someone just grafted this thing onto me when I wasn't even looking. But there's no use whining now. I would have died in that forest. Arsho's arm transplant saved my life, so I would be making light of his sacrifice if I
分
complained.
かった。とりあえず礼は言っとく。また世話になった琴峰神父。できれば4度目がないよう祈っててくれ。
減らず口が言えるのなら心配はいらぬな。では外に出ろ。礼拝堂でリンが待っている。
يا لا تقرفني، لا تشكرني، بتقرف. يطرش لما اشيله واشكره يطرش على طول. اعطاله واحده انقلع بس. امشى من هنا، امشى. شوف وجهك ذا. I get down from the bed and put on the clothes someone left for me. My left arm can't move, so I just slap on a coat.
気を配ってれば痛まないな。イリア、行こう。
行く。
When you go outside, we're in the church central garden. The sky is dark, it's already night time.
言い忘れていたが、その正外符は解こうと思えば簡単に解ける。
لازم يعطي له الاختيارات عشان يستمتع. على فكرة تقدر تبعد بسهولة يعني لو تبغى تستعمل الابيلتيز.
選択肢は常にお前にある。アーチャーの力を使うのは自由だが、使えば命の保証はせん。それを踏まえた上でせいぜいうまく立ち回れ。
شكرا يا روكوبوشون. When we enter the chapel, Tosika is glaring at me. I don't remember her ever glaring at me like this before, but I'm relieved that she's safe.
さて、これで全員治療は済んだ。エミやシロはアーチャーの左腕を移植され、リンは毒素を洗浄された。何かこれ以上の要求はあるか？
あるわけないでしょ。これ以上あんたに借りを作ったら、それこそ命を担保にされかねないじゃない。
そうか。ではこれで解散ということになるが、一応監督役として聞いておこう。これからどうするつもりだ、リン。ことがこうなってしまっては聖杯戦争も破綻している。残されたマスターがこうも揃ってサーバントがいない状態ではもはや勝敗はついただろう。
Tosika goes quiet for a moment. As Kotomi says, the war's victory is almost decided. The only masters left with servants are Zoken and Sakura. Normally the lost survivors would fight, but Sakura can't disobey Zoken. In that sense, he's already won.
マトウゾウケンとしてはマトウサクラを取り戻すか始末するかのどちらかだろう。これを防ぐのは難しく、お前たちには防ぐ義務もない。何しろマトウ。
サーバントがいないマスターは聖杯を手に入れられないってやつ？
そうだ。故に戦う意味はなく、これ以上の戦。
ご忠告どうも。けど降りないわよ、私。
驚いたな。聖杯を諦めきれないということか。
当然よ。サーバントがいなくなっても私はまだマスターだもの。一人になったから戦いを降りるだろうなんて勝手に決めつけないでよね。
Deal of it.
ほう、そうか。確かにそうだな。サーバントを失ってものこのこ七に赴いた者もいる。そう簡単に白旗はあげられないか。
シロは関係ないわよ。いい？これはあくまで私の判断。私はまだ諦めてないし、造形を勝利者にさせる気もない。それじゃあどっちにしたってあの子が助からないんだから。
遠坂。
I blink at her in surprise.
何よ嬉しそうな顔して。言っとくけど、あんたの真似をしたわけじゃないからね。 私は賞賛があるからまだ降りないの。あなたみたいに勝ち目もないのに残るわけじゃないんだから。
そうだろうな。遠坂のことだからそうじゃないかって思ってる。
なんかそれはそれで引っかかるけど、分かってるのならいいわ。
Tosaka turns away with a huff. She isn't saying that she won't give up on the Holy Grail to Zoken out of sense of morality. If Zoken wins, then we can't save Sakura. If we want to save Sakura, then either Sakura has to win the Holy Grail or someone willing to help her. Tosaka's saying that if someone is going to win, then it should be her or Sakura. That's the only reason she needs to fight Zoken. Tosaka can't actually obtain the Holy Grail anymore, but she still wants to help her little sister.
ではお前はどうだエミヤシロ。凛と同様、まだ聖杯を諦めないというのか。
戦いはやめない。俺だって目的はある。このまま造剣の好きにはさせない。
そうか。戦うというのなら止めはせん。絶望的な戦力差だが、魔頭造剣は小物だからな。何らかの策があるだろう。
Our eyes meet. Methods, huh? I can't see any way to do it alone, but with Tosaka we might find a way to defeat Zoken. The conversation ends. With our treatment complete, Kotomi states that he has no reason to shelter former masters who don't even want protection and asks us to
言わ
leave.
れなくても出ていくけど。なあ、イリアは行くところあるのか？
城はまだあるし、セラもリズも呼べば出てくるから帰る場所はあるけど、どうしてそんなこと聞くの？
いや、一人じゃ危ないだろ。イリアさえ良ければ俺の家にいてもらいたいんだ。その方が何かと便利だと思うし。
いいけど行かない。シロのとこにはあの女がいるもの。
Huh? One more thing to say. I look at Tosaka for answers, unsure what Ilya meant by that. Oh, she's giving me a look that says not to drag her into this.
ほう。魔頭桜を選んだのか、エミヤシロ。
ことみね。
イリアスフィールは私が預かっても構わないが、このまま城に戻しては造剣にさらわれるだけだからな。
お断りだ。イリアは俺が引き取る。
お断りよ。イリアは私が借りるんだから。お断りするわ。私、自分の居場所は自分で決められるもの。
كل الناس تبغى تاخذ إليا.
それは残念だ。では、イリアスフィールは遠坂の屋敷に滞在するのだな。
バカ言わないで。アインツベルンのマスターは遠坂の家になんて行かないんだから。あ、そう。じゃああんたどこに行くのよ。シロのところも嫌だ。教会もお断り。私の家もダメだって言うなら、もう城に帰るしかないわよ。わかってるわ。元からあそこが私の工房なんだから、他のマスターの世話になんてならない。バーサーカーがいなくたって、私は一人でやってくんだから。あら、やっぱりそうなんだ。一度殺しかけたシローに助けられたくせに、恩も感じずにお城に戻るわけね。
يا أخي جيب لي وجه رين زي كذا، شوف لما يكونوا جايين زي كذا.
聞いたエミヤくん。あれだけ助けてあげたのに嫌われたものね。この子、あなたの家なんて狭苦しくてごめんだって言ってるわよ。何言うのより。私、そんなこと一言も。言ってるじゃない。エミヤくんの家に行かないのはエミヤくんが頼りにならないからでしょ。だから安心できる自分の城に戻るって言ってるんじゃない。それはそうだけど私が城に戻るのはシローから離れないといけないからで。え？ああ、そうなんだ。頼りになるならないの前にそもそもエミヤくんが嫌いだったわけね。なんだ、そういうことは早めに言ってよ。
Tosaka ruthlessly brought Zelia. This is bad. I start to worry that this might turn into a fight that can only be settled with blood when...
そんなことない。私、シロが嫌だなんて言ってないもん。私が嫌なのはもっと別のことなんだから。だってさ、大人気ね、エミヤくん。
Rin snickers quietly, while Elia glares at her with frustration. So whose house is Elia going to? In the end, we decided that Elia would come to my house. Rin and Elia leave the chapel arguing. You could say that they actually get along very well. The conversation is over. It's our problem from here on out, and I have nothing else to discuss with the priest. I start to leave the chapel following Ren. When behind me I hear...
忘れるな、エミヤシロ。お前は戦える体ではない。
A warning from the priest, which I've come to expect by now.
そんなことあるもんか。左腕が使えないだけの話だ。俺はまだ戦える。
そうか。ところで麻藤さくらの体調はどうだ？
さくらの体調？
I'm a little surprised. I thought he'd say something more spiteful. So why is he asking how Sakura's
どんな風の吹き回しだよ。今さらあんたがさくらの心配をして何になる？
分かっていないな。私はお前の体の話をしているのだ。いいかね、エミヤシロ。お前も危うい体だが、麻藤さくらはさらに危うい爆弾を抱えている。お前は戦わなければ無事だが、麻藤さくらは刻一刻と崩壊している。だからこそお前は戦いをやめられない。それが、自らの死期を早めると承知した上で。麻藤さくらを救うというのなら、エミヤシロは戦わざるを得ない。だが今のお前には、戦いそのものが自殺行為に等しい愚行だ。故に、麻藤さくらを救うということは、自分を殺すということだと理解しているな。
それがどうした？そんなのもお前の知ったことじゃないだろう。
You really told him what the fuck does it have to do with you? I decided that I'd save Sakura. That oath hasn't changed no matter what happens to my body.
そうか。命を捧げるほどの献身は美しいがな。あの娘はお前にとって、果たしてそれだけの価値があるのかどうか。
なんだと。
最後の忠告だ、エミヤシロ。生かすということは、欲望を満たすということ。麻藤さくらを生かしたいというのなら、それを最後まで忘れぬことだ。
Dude, you don't have to complicate everything. I go outside. Tosca and Elia are waiting in the courtyard. Elia is gazing up at the sky, looking at Shelly, a little chilly. Meanwhile, Tosca's staring at me and I can tell she's about to complain.
遅い。綺麗と何話してたのよ、シロ。
いや、何っていつもの皮肉だけど。
More importantly, there's something I'm curious about. Should I ask? Ren, are you just going to use my first name now?
まあいいわ。時間もないし、回りくどいことはやめにしてあげる。ことは深刻だし、別々にやっても勝ち目は薄いし。尺だけど、昨日のことは水に流してあげるから感謝なさい。
Ren makes a haughty expression and says something even more patronizing. She's hard to understand, but if I were to guess at the point she's making...
それってつまり。
そうよ。協力してあげてもいいって言ってるの。だいたいね、あなただけじゃ心もとないでしょ。造剣を倒すって目的は一緒なんだし、それまで手を組んであげてもいいってこと。
はいはい。She goes on giving me a dissatisfied look. Finally, a light bulb goes off in my head. This sudden proposal is the best thing that could happen to me right now.
ああ、ありがとう。恩に着る父さか。お前がいてくれるなら、これ以上の助けはない。
I shake her hand vigorously. Seriously, what's wrong with me? I know I'm being silly right now, but I'm so happy that I can't help myself. course you are. It's best girl.
わかった。俺はいいからちょっとタンマ。
No matter the route, Ren will always be helping you. Even Saber is not helping us this time. Also, he's been staring at my left
そ
arm.
の前に一つ聞くけど、あなた、その腕が誰のものか知ってるわよね。
I know the yes, of course. Tosuka poses, sighing deeply then.
じゃあシロ、今からあなたは私のサーバントよ。私のサーバントで助かったんだから、それぐらい当然でしょ？
She says something totally outrageous. I don't quite. Nope, I don't understand at all. I tried to jumpstart my brain into processing what she just said.
何言ってるのよあなた。そんなことで所有権を言い出すなんてバカバカしいにも程があるわ。
Good, Ilya gives her a timely answer.
だいたいリンの言い分は的を外れてるわ。そもそもシロは私のなんだからリンにあげられるわけないじゃない。
And here I thought you were the voice of reason. I see. She's mad about the wrong thing entirely.
あんたこそ体言吐くじゃない。まさか一度見逃してあげたからシロは自分のものだなんて思ってたの？それだったら私も同じよ。学校でばったり会った時なんて本当に頭にきてどうしてやろうかって暴れる寸前だったんだから。そんなのリンが大人げないだけよ。私は毎日見逃してあげてたんだから、シロの命は私のに決まってるわ。生かすのも殺すのも私なんだから。関係ないリンは引っ込んでて。関係ないですって。甘く見ないでよね。関係なくてここまで関われるかっていうの。アーチャーのやつが頼むって言ったんだから責任持って生き残らせるわよ。
I can practically hear their teeth gnashing as they glare daggers at each other. I wait for the argument to conclude, my frown deepening by the second. Well, I can tell that no matter who wins, it's going to give me a headache. Oh, I'm guessing neither of them will win, and you're going to have a headache nonetheless.
で、結局どっちなの？
Just when I thought the argument was going nowhere, they both decide to turn the last choice over to me.
どっちかって何が？
だからどっちのサーバントかっていうことよ。シロの答えはまだ聞いてなかったし、ここではっきりさせた方がいいでしょ。そうね。シロが嫌がってるのに気がついてないし、リンにははっきり言わないとダメみたい。ほら、言ってあげてシロ。シロは私のものでいいんだよね。
Isn't even worth considering. The person who has the right to order me around as... What? Wait, what? Bassam!
Oh, no. Yes.
What? Both of these choices are wrong! God damn it!
اختار pick your poison.
I have to calculate something right now. First, I'm gonna save, but I have to calculate something. The issue is, it's getting the true end and the good end. If I'm not mistaken, I think for the true end we need Ilya points as well. But for the good end, we need as much Rin points as possible. I intentionally tried to have the minimum Sakura points as needed as well to try and get the good ending instead of the true ending.
Yes.
So So I can like get them both in a row really. Oh well. Fuck it. Going with
遠坂
Ren.
だよ。そんなの考えるまでもないだろ。
なんでリンは横暴で強欲で、おまけに休館長みたいにうるさいんだよ。なのにシローはそっちのがいいの？もしかしてそっち系なの？
حرفيا قالت له هذا الفيديش حقك ولا ايش؟
いや、そういうんじゃなくてだな、イリア。要するに、これは遠坂の指示に従うか従わないかって話だろ。それなら俺は従う。俺一人じゃ造剣を止められないし、俺はアーチャーのおかげで助かったんだから。
それはあーちゃんはだってシローの
命令権は遠坂に預ける。ほら、それってサーバントと何も変わらないだろ。遠坂がそう言うんなら、俺はサーバント扱いでも構わないよ。
I look at Tosaka for confirmation.
遠坂？おい、人に話振っといて無視するな。
そうよ、分かってるじゃない。私のアーチャーがあなたに託した以上、私たちは運命共同体なんだから。アーチャーが預けた分、しっかり働いて返してよね。
もちろん、借りたものはきっちり返さないと寝覚めが悪い。
Yeah, no matter what our history is, I have a new left arm thanks to Asher. If he passed on while he still had his pact with Tosaka, then it isn't wrong of me to inherit the promise he couldn't keep to her. I think everything in this conversation is wrong.
じゃあ一旦ここでお別れね。家に戻って荷物を持ってくるから、シローは先に行ってて。
荷物を持ってくるって、もしかして遠坂、うちに来る気か？
当たり前でしょ。これから共同戦線を張るんだから、一緒にいなくてどうするのよ。うちはエリアが嫌がるし、そっちにはさくらもいるし、どう考えても本拠地はあなたの家でしょ。
そっか、言われてみればそうだよな。
まったく、脳に入ってると思ったらなんか抜けてるし、ちょっと選択誤ったかな。
Tosaka sighs dramatically and hits down the opposite path.
イリア、うちはこっちだぞ。なんだって遠坂についていくんだ。
ちょっとね。リンが手を貸してほしいって言うから助けてあげるの。終わったらすぐ行くから、シローは先に帰っていて。
Oh well. Ilya is going to help Tosaka.
遠坂、本当か？
本当よ。ことがことだから、こっちも秘密兵器の一つや二つは必要でしょ。私だけじゃ開かない蓋も、アインツベルンの魔術師となら開くかもしれない。けど、できれば見つけたくない。遠坂の遺産、騎手話の置き土産が想像通りのものなら、私だけじゃどうにもならないから。じゃあ、私も行くね。騎手話の遺産になんて興味はないけど、ゼルシュバインオーグの使ってた宝箱は綺麗そうだし。
Ilya pivots and runs after Tosaka, her skirt fluttering.
騎手はゼルシュバインを。
I stand here confused. I've never heard the name before. Maybe it's a famous term that only real mages know. It's an amazing artifact. Foreshadowing. Interlude. Heaven's Fee. Oh, we're back with the priest. Guests have gone. The chapel returns to its usual silence, and the priest gazes up at a statue.
いいのか？聖杯を逃して。
A voice comes from behind him. A young blonde-haired man asks the priest a question in a mused tone, as if he's been lurking nearby the entire
構わん。
Lyric.
初めから執着があったわけではない。聖杯が彼らにつくのなら止めはしない。
そうだったな。もとより私に望みはない。その言が偽りでないのなら、聖杯を押し止めるのは道理に合わん。
The young man suppresses a laugh. It's as if he's mocking the priest's sword, as well as his own choice of free of desire. Of course, the priest really means it. The blonde man simply doesn't understand that the priest never had any desires in his life at all. In fact, Kiritomi does not need the power of the Holy Grail. All he has is his earnest pursuit. The Holy Grail should respond to its own wishes. It's a wish granter that can only give answers that one approves of, to questions that arise from oneself. And what meaning is there to an answer that one wished
ほ
for?
とんど重ねて問うが本当に聖杯に興味はないと
願望期に用はない。それはお前とて同じだろう、ギルガメッシュ。お前の目的も私の目的も、その実自らの願いではない。単にそうした方が楽しいからという快楽追求でしかない。そのようなものは食事と同じだ。願いとは自身を叶えるもの。だが自ら願いを叶えては人間は救われん。
The priest keeps looking at the statue. Beyond it, at a time more than 10 years passed when he still waited for his wish to come true. He was born to a traveling priest in the year 1967. He was told that his name is Kyria was a prayer. His father named him thus, hoping that he would be pure and beautiful. Oh, that poor father. The son grew up as his father hoped from a young age. He was surprisingly insightful youth who possessed good morals and wisdom. His father was happy to have been blessed with a worthy successor, and the son understood his father's joy. The son excelled at making his father happy. That was probably why his father valued him so. With that in mind, the boy matured according to his father's ideals. He had no doubt that he could not love his father and was only appeasing his expectation was a separate matter. The boy named Kira grew up healthy and sound. There was just one problem. He was always confused by what his father called beautiful. He became aware of this discrepancy one morning. On that day, he woke up, rose from the bed, and realized. He's not sure why he realized it at that moment. In fact, he was troubled that he had not noticed it sooner. In any case, he realized that he had forgotten something. His father prayed for him to be beautiful and named him Kira. That was what the boy had always questioned. All of the things his father considered beautiful, not once in his life had he ever felt the same about them. That's all there was to it. He thought moths were beautiful, not butterflies. Poisonous plants, not roses. Evil, not good. Even though he had common sense, believed in morals, and understood that being good was just, the boy was born with a fascination in everything that was the opposite of that. Nobody could understand his agony. Even Kyrie himself could not tell whether he was truly in anguish. Still, he tried his best. He continued to seek purity and beauty, values that he never had from the beginning. He flayed his own skin, tore out his muscles, and plucked out his bones. If he lacked it in his heart, then he might be able to find it elsewhere in his body. His father was on a pilgrimage to holy places for over 10 years. He must have walked enough steps to reach the moon itself. He did not seek physical suffering to begin with. Believers like them valued spiritual penance over physical toil. During virtuous deeds, the boy stopped eating. According to the morals he was taught and believed in, he was born a sinner. Then it was only right that he suffer a fitting punishment. This quote continued for another 10 years. He never found the values that he sought, but arrived at another conclusion in their place. It was nothing impressive. In the end, he realized that he was born without the ability to feel what other humans called happiness. It's considered good and correct for people to be happy. Charity, trust, glory, security. He simply realized that he was born with a defect, an inability to derive joy from such things. He only found delight in the suffering of others, their killing, their love, hate, and their downfall. It was only in those negative things that the boy
They're
felt
rotting.
happiness. In other words, he's a psychopath, but which is in a lot less words, really. What made him unhappy was the fact that he had such a strong sense of morality, quote unquote, in spite of his thinking patterns. Having realized that this at a young age, the boy endeavored with all his might to overcome his inability to reconcile his own values with those of the world around him. Instead of accepting himself and living in pursuit of his own pleasures, when he could not find joy in the things other people considered good, he attempted to save himself by making himself more human. He walked a path of faith and began to preach about his life, like his father did. It was said that God would forgive all, then perhaps even someone born with a fatal flaw would be saved as well. But only a cruel outcome awaited him. Even though he followed God's teaching, obeyed his laws, and lived a simple life, he never found any pleasure greater than the suffering of others. Even as he believed in the church doctrine that forbade any immorality, he felt nothing but corrupt thoughts. Of course, it was not painful for him. He was seeking something that he never had. He had lost nothing in the process, so there was nothing to lament. By the time the priest grew into a man, he was left with only one question. Why? Why among all the lives that he could have lived, did he find joy in sin? If a deviant like him felt affirmed by committing sin and getting drunk on corruption, that would make sense. If he stood to benefit from vice, if he hurt others for his own greed and used the profit to reap further gain, that would be logically consistent. And yet, why did he never once face a choice to turn from good to evil? He was born outside the rules and would die cut off from the rest of the world. What did it all mean? Did it mean that he was born broken and destined to inflict harm on the world? All while lecturing about values, comprehending morals, and enforcing justice, he concluded that such evil should not exist. But so what? If such a person could not exist, then why was he born anyway? He asked, if something is flowed from the start, then it needs simply not be created. The world hates the ego and purges its faults, and yet something that nobody wished was born, living a life that awaited only exclusion and death. Where is my sin? The man kept asking. What he gained from his long anguish and blind faith was not salvation, only a question. It was not suffering but a pure riddle, a feeling of anger with no place to go.
ではなぜマスターになどなった望みがないのであらば聖杯などいらぬだろう
The man's question snaps him out of his reverie. The priest, Kotomi Kiri, nods in self-mockery.
聖杯はいらなかったただその中身に関心があっただけだ10年前聖杯を求めたのもそれがあろうとしたからだ聖杯が何であれ生まれ出ようとする者を祝福するそれが私の仕事だからな
それは生まれてくる者に微塵の関心も持たなくともか
無論だ前回の聖杯戦争でさえ私は聖杯にもその中身にも関心はなかったあの時にあったものは私と正反対の男に対する不快感だけだった
Arrival حقه. That's Seigi no Mikata. But the priest thinks. He's interested in Kotomi Kiri's conclusion. In the end of a man who can only find happiness in the suffering of others. Matozoka's schemes. The birth of yet another Holy Grail. Think all the evil in the world created by the people yet unwanted by them. If such a being can truly be conceived, that must
善
be.
悪の所在殻に詰め込まれながら帰ることのなかったもの
There are no answers to be found in the Holy Grail. It's a wish granter which gives form to its master's desire, thus it cannot grant revelations to someone without any desires.
答えを出すのではなく答えを出せるものを聖杯から生み落とすとしたらどうなる
何
The young man narrows his eyes. The priest laughs in front of the statue.
トミ
His smile is like that of a dying woman. To think that this unfeeling man could make such an expression.
答えは近い仮にこの疑問が神を冒涜するというのなら
Looking up at the statue, the priest's eyes are not laughing. Then, like an angel descending upon earth,
神前においてこの前例をかけ我が主さえ問い殺そう
he gazes into the distant sky, a curse burning in his eyes. them.
Mm.
I got up the hill. There's no life in town. It's still only 8 or 9 o'clock, but not only is there no one outside, the town doesn't even have the warmth of people living in it. Oop. I find myself leaning against the fence. My left arm is burning. Maybe I stopped being as tense once I was alone, but my left arm has been hurting since I started up the hill. I'm putting someone else's arm through a lot.
よその腕を無理やりつけてるんだから痛まないはずがない。
I'm having a hard time catching my breath. The heat spreads through my left arm. With each step I take, its temperature slowly rising. Whenever it gets too far away from my normal body temperature, fresh pain stabs into my chest from the tip of my shoulder.
痛いのは腕じゃなくてこっち側なわけか。
عندك acute coronary syndrome يا اسطى. تعال عندنا مستشفى نعمل لك تروبونين.
يا محمود وكل
يا
شيء
اسطى
جاي
بيقول لك من
نوزيا.
كتفه الشمال لحد صدره معروفة.
هيبدأ
معروف.
بعدين نوزيا ومش تحلون النوزيا حقته.
المشكلة كلها تبقى في النوزي. لا انا هحل له مشكلة النوزي. انا مستنيه يجي لي المستشفى عشان احل له مشكلة النوزي. هفقعه سايكليزين في طيزه لحد ما يبطل ياخد نوزي. I've more or less gotten used to how the pain works. It's like a refrigeration. What? For whatever reason, my left arm becomes hot whenever I move. Once enough heat builds up in the arm, it gets dumped into my body. What? What does that have to... What? The pain comes from the heat burning my body. I have the acute sensation of something foreign being injected, and it feels more like being cut than heated. Every time the vertigo comes, I feel a long blade stab me in the shoulder, and I almost think I hear grinding sounds inside my body. To be honest, I'm not sure how much more I can take of this. Berserkers torn my muscle open before, and riders caved my ribs in my ribcage in. Even though I've experienced damage like that before, the thought of my own arm stabbing my body gives me chills.
大丈夫、落ち着け。体温を上げずにおけばこいつだっておとなしくする。
I look up at the night sky as I steady my breathing. It's already been 20 minutes since I parted ways with Ren and Elia. Before, I would have gotten home by now, but I can't let Sakura see me like this, winded and sweaty. I should keep my left arm problems to myself.
ことみねのやつ、何が実生活に支障はないだ。こいつになれるのは一筋縄じゃいかないぞ。
I press my hand to my left shoulder against the red cloth wrapping around my arm. My left arm can't so much as twitch. It's hard as iron. Okay, I'm not sweating anymore, and my breathing is regular. It's getting late, so I'd better look as pippy as I can and say hi to Sakura.
Tadaima!
I take a deep breath and announce myself as loudly as I walk through the front door.
おかえりなさい先輩
Sakura's already at the entrance like she's been waiting the whole time.
なんだよ、元気ないな。出迎えてくれたのは嬉しいけど、そんな顔じゃ素直に喜べないぞ。
I take off my shoes and go into the corridor. For now, I want to rest my body. I'll go to the living room and have a cup of tea before I tell Sakura what happened today.
そういうわけにもいかないか。お茶の前に事情を話しておかないと
أذن
な。
فجر عندي.
نعم؟
أذن فجر عندي.
اه هو خلاص انا هوقف اصلا بعد حاجة بسيطة دلوقتي. Ren will be here soon. If I don't explain the situation first, Sakura will be on guard against Ren.
さくら、今日のことなんだけど。
先輩何もおっしゃらないんですか
Before I can finish, Sakura asked me a faltering question.
何もって何が？
Sakura's silent. She's looking at my left
あ
arm.
これのことか。そうだよな。見かけがこんなんじゃ普通驚く。
It's wrapped in thick clothes that are clearly more than just bandages. Sakura may not know what happened, but anyone would notice that.
ちょっと怪我した。けど問題なく動くし、 もうなんともない。本当はこんな布も邪魔なだけなんだけど、琴峰のやつが外すなってうるさくてさ。まあ治療してもらった手前もあるし、おとなしく言うことは聞いとくんだけど。
I bat my left arm to show that I'm okay. But that just makes Sakura get even more quiet.
さくら、いや、本当に大丈夫なんだぞ。大げさなだけで、ただのかすり傷だって。こんなのはすぐに治るし、さくらが気にするようなことじゃ。
かすり傷なわけないじゃないですか。もう先輩の腕ですらないんですよ。指先だって満足に動かないのに、どうしてそんなこと言うんですか。いくら私だってそんな見えすいた嘘になんか騙されません。それとも先輩は私に話しても無駄だから黙ってるんですか。
Can you not lash out at him after you cut his fucking arm, woman? She lashes out with fiery anger. The exact opposite of what I said, but okay. I'm speechless at my own stupidity. Okay, to be fair, you were stupid. Like, seriously, his arm is like double the size of yours. How the fuck would you say, oh, it's just a scratch? Just say, well, my arm got cut off, but we fixed it. I didn't consider what Sakura must have felt like staying at home by herself all
さ
day.
くら。
ごめんなさい先輩。責めるつもりじゃなかったんです。私はただ先輩があんまりにも無茶をして、先輩自身のことを大事にしてあげないのが。
And I bet you don't get to say this line after you personally cut off his fucking arm.
違う。あ、いや、さくらの言う通りだけど、違う。俺、怒鳴られて怒ったわけじゃない。真剣に怒ったさくらを見たのは初めてだから、驚いて。
反省したって。
あ、確かに強がるのは良くない。それがさくらならなおさらだ。きっと、俺はさくらにかっこ悪いところを見せたくなかったんだ。だから強がって平気なふりをした。けど、考えてみればそっちの方がかっこ悪い。さくらが怒るのも当たり前だ。
You've got a heart of gold, dude. Ah, then again, you still don't know that she's the one who cut your arm, so that is actually the appropriate reaction.
いえ、先輩がかっこ悪いなんてそんなこと絶対ないですけど。
No, I definitely am. What was I thinking, hoping not to make her worry by telling her nothing at all? I was just trying to put on a strong front for Sakura.
ごめんな、さくら。俺、やられちまった。腕はなんとかなったけど、さくらの役には立てなかった。
そんなことないです。先輩は立派でした。私は見てませんけど、すごくかっこよかったです。
いや、これが本当に情けなかったんで、そう言われると辛い。満足にイリアも助けられなかったし、ただ逃げ帰ってくるだけだったし。
いいえ、それでもちゃんと帰ってきてくれました。先輩が約束を守ってくれたので、私はすごく嬉しいです。
うん、それはよかった。
معنا ترانسفير مرة again. Come back home.
I scratch my head bashfully. هعمله منه transfer أكيد not sure. Still though, I'm both happy and embarrassed to have her say that to
そう
me.
だな。とりあえず生きてるだけで合格点だよな。
先輩はかっこいいです。私、惚れ直しちゃいました。
Sakura seems to have cheered up incredibly because she gives me a sunny grin. I don't know what exactly to say to that, so I just...
こういう時はどう返せばいいんだろう、登坂。
さあ、私の意見としては、あんまり玄関先でイチャつかないでほしいってことぐらいね。
Oh my god! I turned to Tosaka, who's right behind me. Our surprised voices harmonize. Sakura and I take a surprised half step back.
遠坂いつからそこに
遠坂先輩、なんでうちにいるんですか？
And we exclaim our shock in unison too.
いつからそこにじゃないわよ。もう話がついてるかと思えば、二人して仲良く喧嘩してるし。まったく、今がどんな状況なのか分かってるの？シロ。
Ren sits a large overnight bag down on the entrance floor. Behind her, I see Ilya standing silently, looking very tense.
遠坂先輩、昨日の続きなら私は構いません。先輩が守ってくれる以上、私だって魔導の魔術師として全力であなたと戦います。
Sakura bolds her hands into fists and enters a staring match with Ren. No, it's more like a frog desperately standing up to a snake that's spotted its prey.
それもまだ聞いてなかったのね。いい？さくら。とりあえずあなたの処置は保留するわ。私の最優先事項はゾウケンを倒すこと。あなたとの決着はその後よ。まあ、ゾウケンさえ倒してしまえば、あなたと戦うこともなくなるから、うまくいけばゾウケンを倒すだけでことは済むわけだけど。それじゃあなた、いえ、シローと協力してゾウケン退治をするってこと。で、そうなると離れて過ごすのはもったいないでしょ。だから今夜からここで生活してシロを鍛えることにしたの。短期間で戦力になってもらうにはスパルタしかないしね。そういうわけだからしばらくシロを借りるわ。荒領事になるけど問題ないわよね、二人とも。
Ren starts laying out my schedule without any input from me.
待った遠坂そんなこといきなり。
そんなのダメです。いえ、遠坂先輩はどんな権利があってそんなこと言うんですか？
言われてもさ、ほら心の準備とかあるじゃんか。
I meekly protest. Of course, my opinion is completely rejected by Sakura's outcry and Ren's stern glance.
あら、権利さえあればいいの？ならますます問題ないわね。彼が生きているのは私のおかげだもの。その借りを返すまでシローは私の言うことを聞くしかないの。居場所を明け渡せって言えば明け渡してくれるし、ちゃんと3食付きにしてって言ったらしてくれるのよね。
Ren, people are bound to get the wrong idea when you say it that way.
そんな、本当なんですか先輩？
まあ遠坂の発言にはところどころ反論したいんだが、言ってることは本当だ。それに仲間は多い方がいいだろ。ゾウケンが桜を狙っているのは確かなんだ。遠坂がいてくれるなら確実に桜を守れる。
Besides, Ren is her big sister. I'd prefer it if they were together and I don't want them to fight.
わかりました。先輩がそう言うなら納得します。
Sakura looks away.
決まりね。それじゃあ上がらせてもらうわよ。ほらシロ、客間に案内して。前に上がった時離れの客間に目をつけてたんだから。ああ、イリアはどこがいい？イリア、どうしたのよボケっとして。さっきまでシロの家に泊まるってものすごく喜んでたのに。
That will be it for today. Time to get a snack and prepare for Cali's stream. Well, guess we're ending here. We shall continue the adventures of Amy Ashiro later on.
Yes, I will be back.